up and I will say what I normally say. Da 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 da. Okay, that should be about long enough. Okay. Last we saw the great hero group of the Onyx Circle. You guys had just received a job to go to the north side of Latest area, past the mountains, um, to track down some giants who had been going outside their normal range. Um, Normally, there are only usually ice giants and storm giants up north, but there have been sights and stuff of people saying that they've seen other types of giants. Um, so between that and them roaming from the peaks of the mountains, Lattes had been a little bit nervous about what was going on, so they decided to send you guys up to investigate and to possibly, talk or engage with the giants and maybe even possibly broker like some type of meeting between the Giants and Lattes just to, foster and further peace. Um, this whole job is a preventative measure. Um, you guys made your way towards the north, and after a grueling fight through the forest west of Latest, well, grueling for some of you, others just kind of flew right over it. You guys made your way through the woods. You guys decided to go along the coast, up and around the mountains instead of, going right through them. You guys spent a few days trekking along the coast to the west and the north. And eventually you guys came upon a clearing where you guys heard some loud thudding and crashing. You guys assumed it was a giant, and emissary's advice, you guys decided to try to approach the giant openly and non-aggressively, to make your presence known so that you guys wouldn't startle the giant. And so you guys decided to have Dame Emissaries and Sin lead the venture of trying to, talk to the giant. And after Sin, announced himself in giant, the giant looked at you guys and basically started running at you guys very aggressively. And Sin was able to say something that stopped the giant in its tracks, and that's where we ended the last session. So right now you guys have a giant. Let me pull it up for everyone. You guys have this currently standing not too far away from you guys with a gigantic club, very pissed off looking. And Sin is saying something to it. It has not been translated, but that is the situation. So Sin, take it away. Sin,
Uh, yeah. Uh, Lots on me right now.
is currently just pacing back and forth, really pissed off. He keeps slamming his club into the ground. Um, it looks like he's ready to strike unless you do something.
If I'm going to say something to him, should I message you it so I'm
Just
not?
say it.
I actually say to the giant in giant, we're here to help.
He looks at you and he just grins very menacingly.
Oh, jeez.
Sim, what's going on? Conrad says.
Uh, Currently, he wants to fight and kind of being a d-bag.
He starts
Uh,
slamming his club down on the ground.
Damon Series, any tips on what Sim to say?
Um, he looks kind of young. And I don't know if words are gonna help. I mean, ask him to try to take us to one of the elders or something, because he looks kind of young. I don't think he's a good person to talk to.
I say to the giant, take us to your leader.
Give me a diplomacy check. As soon as you say leader, he starts getting really pissed off. He goes over this tree and hits it with his club a couple times. And he says back to you in Giant, "'Cause of leaders, I'm here. Say I'm unproven. I'll prove myself by smashing all of you."
Well, couldn't that just be proving him right? I mean, he could just be saying that you have a little bit of a temper. I mean, allowing us to speak to him could actually be proving him incorrect, and you would become proven. I say this, of course, in Giant.
Give me a diplomacy check. Okay. He kind of settles down for a little bit. He kind of drops his club to the side, and you can seriously feel like he's pondering this now. It's like he looks towards you, and in Giant, he says, "Huh, little one has point. Would show that I'm not." He just kind of starts mumbling to himself. You can't really hear it. And he's kind of like pacing back and forth. Slower now, a little bit less aggressive. And Damus Ayers is just kind of looking at you at Sin like, like, what's going on?
I say now in common, it would seem as though I might have some effect in talking us into a meeting with the Giant leader.
Okay, well, Damus Ayers looks back at the group, looks over at you. He's like, okay, well, just, make sure to be clear about everything because, giants aren't, young ones aren't the smartest.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what should I be clear about?
I don't know. Just make sure you're clear. And Giant continues like pacing. He's pondering to himself. You can tell. And he looks towards you, Sin, and the Giant says in Giant, "But then I'll still be unproven."
I said to him in Giant, how so?
Ugh. He kind of grunts, very loud and aggressive. Like, this is a booming voice to all of you guys. And he kind of like turns around, almost slightly bashful, and he says, "I'm unproven. I've yet to fight anything or conquer anything. They don't respect my opinion because I've never been to war."
Huh.
And he walks over to this tree and slaps it with his club, almost knocking it over.
Sin, a little update here. What's going on?
I say in common, he feels that he's unproven, and I think it would mean a lot to him if we got into a little bit of a tussle, if there was some no killing, possibly. I don't know.
Whoa.
Just spitballing.
Davis Series looks at you and he's like, if it's gonna be all of us, that's not gonna be it. He kind of thinks to himself. He's like, what if one of us goes?
That's what I was thinking.
Are you guys sure? Because Conrad's just kind of saying this, because this guy, he's just seeing the giant, bash shit around. He's like, this guy seems like a little temperamental. Like, you think he'll follow a rule like no death?
If not, we can all jump in.
David Series looks right at you, Conrad, and he's like, I honestly don't think he would. But the point is it's better for one of us to be in that spot than all of us.
Okay, I'm trusting your word, David Series, on this. I don't really know much about giants.
Well, if he wants to be proven and we send one of us in, if he wins, he's proven. So regardless of if he kills us or not, he's proven himself. So, if that turns out and he does take the kill, only one of us would be killed. as far compared to if we all fight him and he does best all of us, then we're all at his mercy.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we don't want to send anybody to die. Just saying.
Yeah, Conrad's like nodding at that.
Yeah, Daemon like starts scratching his chin beard.
Also,
okay,
how
well,
about
either way, we're at an impasse. We're taking a lot of time talking about this. I say to Giant, just a few, or say to the Giant in Giant, just a few more moments.
Few moments. Ugh, and he just runs over to this tree and hits it, knocking it over.
How about we
Okay.
tell him that murdering us wouldn't prove anything because we are weak and puny humans
I mean,
and other people.
Daemon Series looks over to Cletus, and then Cletus looks back over at Daemon Series. He's like, "Yeah, not all of us."
I mean, either way, either we're going to end up fighting him to go through him, or we could kind of make peace, send in a 1 versus 1 with some rules in place, like no killing, and then, I mean, it seems like a better chance than just going in there and killing him.
Daemon Series looks at you, looks towards the rest of you guys. He's like, "I'll do it. Just make sure you guys kind of surround them a little bit, just in case."
of course, Daemon Series.
I say to the Giant, okay, wait. We're going to have a 1 versus 1 battle with you. We're going to send in our strongest, and you'll be facing him. This is going to allow you to prove yourself in battle. The only thing that I ask is we won't let it get too far so that you'd get too hurt, and we ask for you to do the same.
He sits there for a moment and kind of leans on his club a little bit and sits there pondering for what feels like an eternity to you guys, just waiting to hear what this giant says. And he looks over, he's like, "Warriors don't stop until they're done fighting. But
Okay.
I will agree to your terms of one-on-one combat."
Okay, let's just finalize setting this up. I say in Giant, and then I look to the group. Okay, so he seemed to be perfectly fine all the way up until the point where it was the death part. Of course, I'm saying this in common. I think we should still give this a try, and if he does take it a little too far, then we jump in no matter what. I mean, that kind of was the plan either way. We good on this?
Daemon Series starts like stretching his arm, like cracking his neck and knuckles. He's like, "Ugh, I guess." And he looks over at Daylock and he's like, just make sure I don't die, man." And Daylock nods to Daemon Series.
Also, I might be able to help you a little bit. Do you have any pouches or something I could hide in?
Daemon Series looks to you, Corn. He's like, I mean, no, I really don't want to go against an agreement with a giant.
Okay.
And actually going on to Daemon Series' point, if he were to see you, that would all bets would come off after that point.
Yeah.
And
Just
Daemon
imagine.
Series looks towards you, Corn. He's like, thanks for wanting to help, but I honestly think I'd probably do better off by myself. He might underestimate me.
Oh no, I don't, but I think you might underestimate the giant.
Oh no, I'm saying he may underestimate me, and that will give me an advantage.
Yeah.
He may hold back.
Okay, so let's go ahead and form our ring, I guess.
Okay, to let him know that I'll be the one fighting him. As Daemon Series starts walking forward.
I say, Giant, the man walking forward will be the one facing you at this time.
Giant looks over. He's like, "Okay, we have an agreement. Win or lose, I take you to them."
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And he looks over at Daemon Series. He's like, and you can hear this in Giant saying, "Huh, he's pretty big for a human." And he cracks a smile as the giant starts kind of going in for an opening. Emissaries gets in.
I say to the group real quickly, we should probably kind of get up there just a little bit. Just
Okay, at this time, you guys have one full turn of movement to get where you guys want. Then go ahead and roll initiative.
Do we all roll initiative or just us two?
You guys all will.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Natural 20 on a fight you don't have to be.
Yeah.
Yay, beats him.
I mean, that's not really saying much.
I know. I always roll low.
Ugh, not good for damage errors. Got so many people to control. Oh, okay, let me fix the thing. Okay. See, why am I not seeing it? Okay, so 25, 22, 1.
Oh, geez. Poor emissaries.
Okay. 1. Say, he's right there. I'm just bust out my ruler.
Although it would have been funny if Corn did cast the shrink on Damon's mallet.
Jesus Christ. He's gonna go there. Okay, you guys
fight me with puny hammer.
You guys got your one round of movement done?
Yep.
Okay, so as Emissaries approaches the giant, and the giant like backs up and gets kind of in this clearing that he's created a little bit. They kind of like encircle each other a little bit, and then the giant just slams his club on the ground, lets out a big roar, and Emissaries does the same. And it's Conrad's turn.
Conrad's doing nothing.
Okay. Next, giant. Giant's gonna run up. Let's see what's there. Yep, he can make it. Boom. And he is going to make a club strike at Emissaries. Oh, rolled right off the table. Ooh. Okay. 18 plus 15. Okay. So he runs up to the Emissaries and he just hits him right in the shoulder with his gigantic club. Goddamn max damage. Okay. The Emissaries reels back from the attack. Like it echoed all throughout this area. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, Cletus's turn. He's gonna continue to try to get around the fight just a little bit. Not trying to run over there. Doesn't want to freak out the giant. Yeah, I'll just take one turn. Okay, Corin, you're up.
Do nothing.
Okay. Emissary's turn. He's gonna look around at everyone and he's gonna yell out in common and circle him, but very aggressively and barbarian like. Circle him! something like that.
Mhm.
And Daemosaries is going to start off with something strong because it's all he fucking can do. He's going to run in and he's going to start screaming, yelling out very loudly as he charges the giant. And you swear he grows a little bit, and you see the veins popping out of Daemosaries' muscles and stuff as he enters the Silver Phoenix Rage.
That's funny.
Natural 20. Okay, so that's Jesus Christ. So that's 5 and 4, so that's an additional 9 damage. So wow. Okay. That's not bad for a first round go. So you guys watch as Daemosaries just starts hulking out, runs over, and just hits this giant like right in the kind of like the thigh area, and the giant almost buckles from the attack. Let me see here. Oh yeah, he also can. Hold a second. Gotta double check something. His nope. Okay, once per round, you can make a melee attack when he crits. Okay, so he's going to also hit a second time with his hammer from the natural 20. That hits.
With max damage too, damn.
Well, almost max. Okay, so that's another 16 damage. Jesus Christ. Not a bad first round. Okay, that will actually end Daemosaries' turn. Actually, he's gonna look at the giant and just kind of smile at him. Daylog hearing going to start moving up. He's gonna do it slow, so that's gonna end his turn. Nat, you're up.
Yeah, now it's gonna just move over here. Now it's your turn.
Okay. Sin, you're up.
I'm going to move there, and I'm going to yell in giant. Wow, you're pretty good.
Okay.
And that's all for me.
Okay. He doesn't really respond. He looks pretty stunned that Daemosaries was able to land those 2 blows, and they were pretty powerful. Conrad, you're up.
Now, Damon, I have a quick question.
See
So, when you ready in action, how does that look appearance-wise?
that you're readying an action.
So, like, if I would ready a ranged attack, it would literally look like
It would,
Conrad is.
yes.
Okay. Okay. So in that case, Conrad's not going to do anything.
Giant's turn. A little pissed off over what just happened. He's going to attempt to grapple and throw Daemosaries. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, he lost. You guys watch as the giant like leans down and just grabs Daemosaries by the arm, and he's just going to turn and fling him. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just use a ruler. Okay, yeah, he can make it. He picks up Daemosaries and just throws them at this tree. And you watch as Daemosaries hits the tree and hits the ground. Giant's gonna go ahead and move in on him. That's gonna end the Giant's turn. So yeah, you guys watch as the Giant just reaches down and tosses Daemosaries and throws them into a tree. Oh, God, that not working out for him. Okay, Cletus is going to try to continue with the encirclement. And he's going to try to come up to here. It's going to end his turn. Corin, you're up.
So, vicious mockery. How noticeable is it
Very
that it's
noticeable.
actually... Okay. So he would know you are
Yes.
hit by magic and not...
Anytime
Okay.
magic is casted, you always can tell when someone casts it.
Well, he's not looking at me
But
right now, so he couldn't
he
see.
knows that someone's invading his head, and it's
Okay.
literally the description of mist magic is people are made aware of what you did. You have to be stealthing prior to that.
Then Corn will move up to this tree and try to stealth in it.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Okay. You hide behind some bushes or some of the branches and stuff like that. It's an evergreen, so it's pretty easy. It's pretty dense even in this cold.
And
End your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Damasary's turn. He's gonna spend his movement to stand up. And then he is going to go. You guys see as Damasary stands up and he grabs his hammer and he flings it back, and you swear like you see blood vessels popping in his eyes and stuff like that. And those close enough, you swear on his arm, one of his veins actually ruptures, and it actually starts bleeding out a little bit as he goes and swings this attack. Completely missing. So you see him do that, but the giant just kind of like backs away, as Damasary's trying to get up and he swings this hammer. The giant like just steps back a little bit, kind of laughing at him a little bit. And then Damasary's is going to spend his action point to use Hammerfall. He brings it back around his hammer, almost like an uppercut motion, and the giant just stops it with his hand. And that is going to end Damasary's turn. Jaylock is going to try to continue up here. It's going to end his turn. Nat, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. And that will go over here. Try and spread out the encirclement a bit.
Okay. Then end your turn.
And that says, ooh, that's gonna hurt. And that ends my turn.
Okay. Sin, you're up.
I move to there,
Okay.
and that is all for me.
Okay. Conrad, you're up.
I am gonna move right about here.
Okay.
I mean, he's still in my range either way, but
Yeah.
in my turn.
It's just funny because you moved like 5 feet.
Yeah, no, he was in my range either way, but at least,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay. Giant's turn. I completely forgot to do something. Boop, boop, boop. For Damasary's. Okay. The giant is going to make against 2 smaller targets on hand. Okay. Yeah, he's just going to make another swipe with his great hammer or his great club. That definitely hits. Dealing. Okay, thank God on not too bad on damage. So he hits Damasary's again with his club. And Damasary's is still standing strong. Starting to look a little wobbly, but not too fucked up. And that will end the giant's turn. Cletus is going to try to continue with Damasary's plan for encirclement. And that's going to end his turn. Corin, you're up.
Do nothing.
Okay. Janissaries. Okay, let's see if you can turn this around.
Hopefully you can.
Yeah. Don't let me forget. Gotta use regeneration. Okay. Hmm. He's a little messed up right now, so use that, use that. He's going to use recuperating strike on the giant, which hits. You guys see Janissaries like just smash his great hammer into the giant, and the giant buckles almost a little bit, and Janissaries looks better somehow after landing the strike. Let me double check his bonus for that. I think it's strength. No, constitution. Okay. And that's gonna be it for Janissaries. Daylock's turn. He's gonna continue to push up here, and he's gonna get right behind this tree and look towards you guys down here. All three of you, and kind of point over to here, like in this general direction. You see it as well, Conrad.
Okay.
Basically, he's telling like, "Hey, go over there. It's open," and that's gonna end his turn. Nat, you're up.
I go over there and end my turn.
Okay. Sin, you're up.
He pointed somewhere. I'm guessing I can't see it because I'm behind the tree.
I was gonna be generous and say yes, you did. But you
Okay.
did just see Nat run to where he was pointing.
Does Demos Ares look bloody?
He got a couple bumps and bruises, but he's not bleeding out profusely or anything. He still looks like he's going pretty strong.
How does he look compared to the giant?
The giant definitely has the advantage so far.
Okay.
Giant looks in much better condition, but Janissaries seems to be doing better than he was just a round ago. He looks like he's really like gritting his teeth and bearing with it.
I moved you there with my full 5. Wait, I forgot I can actually rush.
Yes, you can double move.
And that's all for me.
Okay. Conrad, you're up.
Nothing.
Okay. Giant's turn. He's looking a little around at you guys, like kind of moving around him. He looks, but you guys aren't getting too close, so he's not gonna lash out. Actually, let me see how he feels about Sin being that close. He's gonna pick up a rock. It's probably like a 1 to 2 foot large rock, and he's just gonna toss it right at you, Sin. He's gonna yell at you at Giant and saying, "Get back." Does the 21 AC hit you?
Yes. Question.
Okay.
Since he's hitting me, could I use Fade Away?
Yes. You take 14 points of damage and you disappear from everyone's view. So you guys see the giant pick up a rock, toss it at Sin, and Sin just like it looks like the rock hits him and he just turns to dust.
So wait, just from our appearance, Sim was just basically destroyed in a sense.
Kind of. It looks like a rock just crushed him.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Oh God, Sin.
I just hear Sin laughing his ass off in the other room. And that will actually take up the Giant's turn. He felt he wanted to make sure that no one got too close. Cletus is just gonna hold his ground. Corin, you're up.
Could I do an intelligence check to know what just happened to Sin?
Yes, because you have seen it once before.
That's one. Nice.
It looked very familiar to the last time that he decided when you've seen him before when he was getting attacked by something, just kind of disappear and reappear. You think it might be, given the size of the rock that hit him, probably the more likely of the story.
Okay. Guys, he's fine.
Do you whisper that over your earring or?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. Okay. So you guys all hear in your earring that Sin is fine.
Whew.
Is that it for you, Gord?
Yep.
Okay. Davis's turn. Let's see if he can continue some momentum. Sin inadvertently saved Damasarius a round of combat from the giant.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to use a holy strike with divine strength. And it misses. So you see his hammer glow with divine energy, and he goes to land the attack, and the giant just kind of like bats it away with his mitt.
Damn it.
That's gonna end his turn. Daylock's up. He's in pretty good position. Oh. Daylock is going to grab his earring and whisper over it to tell Conrad to get a little bit closer in case we have to rush him.
I can't respond till my turn, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, he's going to spend the rest of his turn for a reply from you.
Okay. So I still can't
You
respond?
can respond.
Okay.
He's
Conrad-
sacrificing all his actions for it.
Conrad will say he's still in my range. I can still hit him from here.
Okay, he's going to respond back real quick. You won't be able to respond back, but he's going to say real quick, no, to hold on to him because we probably don't want to kill him. And that's all you hear.
Okay.
You're roboting a bit on my end, Damon.
Okay.
I'll just move over here.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. Sin, you're up.
I move over to the tree and I yell out in chat, "Sorry about that. I just wanted to get a better view of the action."
Okay.
And that's all for me.
Okay. Conrad, you're up.
Okay, taking Daylock's instruction. Conrad will move up here. And then he'll say on the earring, guys, best not to get too close, as we've seen earlier. That'll end his turn.
Okay. Let me just double check something real quick. Sin, you are now visible.
Correct.
Okay.
At the end of my turn.
Um.
Or beginning. I forget. 1 to 2.
Okay. Okay. Damn it. You're inadvertently fucking this giant up. Since he thought he smashed the one thing that could speak giant, he spends his entire round looking for who's speaking giant to him. And he sees you, Sin. He looks really pissed at it. Cletus. Cletus is going to stand there looking pretty. He does a cow smile.
Oh no.
Yeah. All the little children run to their parents crying in terror. Mommy, mommy, it smiled at me. Corin, you're up.
Corin will try to stealth onto the next tree. Shit. Yeah. So, up to here.
Okay, give me a stealth check. Okay. Damus Aries. What is he gonna do? Jesus Christ, what is he gonna do?
Punch him.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, Holy Strike. Miss. Okay, you guys watch as Damus Aries swings his hammer again, and the giant just kind of swats it away. If he wasn't so aggravated at the situation, you swear the giant would probably be laughing right about now.
Yeah, no, I was about to say.
Daylock is just going to stand there, looking pretty. Prettiest little,
Yeah.
prettiest boy on the team. Okay, Nat, you're up.
Charisma check, please.
I just hold position.
Okay. I mean, he does look pretty.
There's a hair wave.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of winds blowing from the coast. You know, like it's just, you know, fluffing his hair a little bit up in the wind. Sun glistening off his, you know, pearl white, pearlescent skin. Almost near porcelain-like skin. It's so pretty.
It's like,
Sin, you're up.
it's like Conrad's like looking at him for a second. It's like, oh right, there's a giant
Yeah.
fight going on. Oh.
Nice.
Conrad has to go hide behind a tree.
Oh god, no.
Sin, you're up.
I do nothing for once.
Okay, Conrad, you're up.
I'm apparently just staring at Daylock, but never mind. No, I do nothing.
What's your willpower at?
No.
What's your will at?
Yeah. It is at 15.
Okay. Yeah, no. You're not distracted for too long.
Okay, good.
Giant is going to beat on Damosary some more with his gigantic club. 19. Yeah, that definitely hits. Okay. That's 5 from that. Thank God he's such a great meat shield. Oh shit, I completely forgot to add the shit from his last round too. So minus, okay, so 30. Jesus Christ, this new rage is awesome. Okay. At this point, Damus Aries, as soon as he hits him with this gigantic club, like it just bashes him across his face, and like there's blood pouring out of his mouth. You can swear there's probably a little bit of blood ringing or coming out of his ears as well. Like he's starting to bleed a little bit. Cletus' turn. He's just gonna stand there with his hammer ready. Corin, you're up.
I still look better than Daylock. And my turn.
Oh, wait, what did you say?
I still look better than Daylock.
Give me a charisma check.
But I'm stealth.
Give me a charisma check.
A stealthy charisma check.
Ugh.
There
Oh,
is. There's like a unicorn galloping behind like Corn's like point of view, like just right behind him. There's like a rainbow going past, like the wind's blowing. His pixie dust is sparkling in the air around him. He looks pretty goddamn cute. Okay, Daemissaries.
that beats my will.
Recuperating strike. Come on, land. Oh yes, landed. So Daemissaries grabs his hammer and like he just grits his teeth and slams it again. And you can tell that this attack that he's doing over and over again, he seems to be kind of shoring himself up to, like future attacks. So 5 from that plus 3 from that. I should probably have his stuff up. Let me see. Is it? Okay, yeah, it's 3. Okay, so that's gonna end his turn, and he's. Sin, you hear this? Daemissary says, "Come on!" in giant. He yells it at the giant. Dearlock. He's just gonna stand there looking pretty again. Nat, you're up.
I'm just standing there. I apparently got a view of all this. All this.
Yep. Nat is currently distracted by all the pretty boys.
All the pretty boys, all the pretty boys.
Sin, you're up.
Second time in a way. Actually, no. I sang coming to Timo Sayers. You speak giant?
Are you gonna allow your full turn for a reply?
Sure.
Okay, he looks at you. He's like, just a few words, as he's currently dealing with the giant. Is kind of. Is that it?
That's all
End your
for me.
turn? Yep. Okay, Conrad.
Do nothing.
Okay, giant. Well, the giant really doesn't have much besides throw a rock and hit with club, so he's going to hit with club. Ooh. Okay. The giant raises his club and goes to strike it at Daemissaries, and Daemissaries kind of like puts up his hammer and lets it slide down the hammer, and the giant ends up hitting his own foot.
Oh.
Yeah, he nat one. Okay, so that's gonna be another. Okay. And that will end the giant's turn. Cletus just sits there looking all bully. Corin.
Corin will continue looking pretty.
I will let you keep your charisma check. Okay, Daemissaries around. I feel like it was just Daemissaries around. Anyways, okay, since he didn't have to hit, he's going to use he's actually going to disengage and then use Howling Strike. So boom boom basically. And he misses.
Shit.
Okay. Daylock's turn, and he's gonna do something kind of sneaky. He kind of sneaks behind this tree a little bit. No, he's not gonna do that because that would probably alert. Yeah, he's just gonna yell out to Daemissaries, "You got this!" and hide behind the tree again. Nat, you're up.
Oh, I just wanted to try too.
Oh. Yeah, Natch just stands up by the tree, has her dagger ready, the wind's blowing in her hair. You swear off in the distance, there's like a whale that like breaches in the water and it just kind of like cascades behind her. The mist goes up and there's like a slight rainbow behind her.
Still doesn't beat my will. Eh.
Yeah.
Dang.
Does that end your turn?
Yep.
Guys are spending your fucking actions just to do charisma checks to see how pretty you look. Okay, Sin, you're up.
I say in giant to the giant, you got this.
Okay, you inspired him.
Oh, goddamn.
That's all for me.
Great job.
Conrad, you're up. You guys don't know what he did.
I know. That was not the character. Great job.
But the giant looks better.
And-
A little bit of dust blows in your face. The wind shifted at the last second, so your hair's just sitting there.
and the
And
turn.
they're coughing. Okay. Giant's turn. He is going to have an advantage on this strike. Because Damasterius pumped him, or Sin pumped him up. And with the advantage he hits. He was gonna miss otherwise.
I believe in equal opportunity. Demo Series was cheered on, therefore he should have got cheered on too.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay. And that will be it for the Giant's turn. Cletus is up. He's gonna stand there. Corn, you're up.
Sin, you suck. And that's it.
Okay. Damasteri's turn. Not quite sure why you think Sin sucks.
Because he helped the giant.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know
Oh.
that.
He said it in Giant and inspired
Yeah.
him through word.
Yeah, do nothing.
Okay, so Damasterius is going to try another recuperating strike,
Ooh.
and he misses. But he does heal a little bit from his shit. Okay. Daylock's not going to do shit. Nat.
I ain't doing anything.
Okay. Sin, you're up.
I'm gonna say in giant, impressive, and that's all.
Okay. Conrad, you're up.
Nothing.
Okay. Giant with advantage on this strike. And it does not help. He goes to hit Damasterius with his great club, and Damasterius just holds up his hammer and braces for it and stops his blow. Cletus does nothing. Corin,
Does nothing.
Damasterius cries. No. Recuperating strike. Come on, land. Nah, miss. Okay. Daylock does nothing. Nat.
And that says, woo! And then it's your turn.
Okay. Sin, you're up.
I say in giant to the giant, boo, you missed.
Okay. Conrad, you're up.
Come on, Deimos Ares. Conrad says. End turn.
What did you say?
Come on, Deimos Ares.
Okay. Don't worry. All your guys' helping is not helping him out.
Oh, I'm sure. But, yeah, for flavor.
It only worked on the giant because he was kind of taken aback by it. Giant. That hits. Where the fuck? Oh, there it is. Ooh, good job. Got a 1 for his damage. That really helps him out. Okay, Damasterius is looking pretty fucked up at this point.
Oh,
Cletus is up. He's gonna do nothing. Corn.
So, Demissaries, whenever he's got a turn, he heals a little bit. So Corin will try to use Majestic Word the moment he naturally heals to enhance it a little bit. And whisper, rejuvenate.
Well, healing word, it needs to be heard to the person.
Ah.
So if you do this, the giant may be aware of it.
What if I say it through the earring?
But nope. Part of the components for the spell is saying it.
Yeah, but I'm still saying it, just, yeah, okay.
Does magic travel through scrying orbs?
Kinda?
Not really.
No. No. Okay, then.
I mean, you can try
guess.
it. It's just you
Yeah, no.
chance. Yeah.
No risk.
Okay, so you're not gonna do it.
Not yet.
Okay. Damage series turn. And he's going to try a recuperating strike against him. Which hits.
Yeah.
So it gets a little boost. Giant gets hit. The giant's starting to be. I mean, there's tons of impacts all over this giant from the heavy hammer falls of Daemissaries, and he's looking a little messed up. He's bleeding here and there. Daylock's round. He's gonna do nothing. Yeah, you're up.
Nat says, "Woo, go Demissaries!" ends her turn.
Okay, Sin, you're up.
Comparatively between the two, does Demissaries look a lot worse?
A little bit.
Oh, only a little bit?
Yeah, there's something going on. Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
You've seeing this fight go on for these few moments, like Demissaries is getting hurt. It's like he's just bracing for the impact so well. Like every time he lands his one attack, that it's not doing as much to his health as it would.
Okay.
So
And sorry about the charisma check. It was an accident.
it's okay. Does that end? You got a movement still.
That will be all for me.
Okay, Conrad, you're up.
I said Demissaries, end turn.
Okay. Giant's turn. Okay. Giant is going to give another great club swing at him. That hits. Ooh, minimum damage again. Man, Giant is not rolling well for damage. I'm going to change my dice after this round. Okay. Give me a... Cletus is up. He's not going to do shit. Corn, you're up.
Not gonna do shit.
Okay, let me grab my damage dice for the giant. There we go. I used my other one. Okay, Demissary's turn. He's going to continue with his recuperating strike because it's saving his life. Oh, that digital dice was on 15 for a few seconds and it was like, pleek. But that misses. Demissaries again swings at the giant, and the giant, swats it away. Don't forget his regeneration. I keep forgetting his regeneration. Okay. Daylock's turn. Daylock's gonna sit there and he has like almost like a church woman face on right now, like audible gasp and hands over his face like, oh, I can't look, like, oh. Watching Demissaries get hammered by this giant, it's not really a great sight for him. Nadalyn, you're up.
Nat's having deja vu. Yeah,
You're
I don't do
fighting
anything.
Demissaries?
Yes.
Sort of, yeah. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay, Sin, you're up.
Would it be possible for Sin to reach into his adventures pack and pull out some rations and start eating?
Yes, it would take your whole turn.
I would like to do that.
Okay. You guys watch as Sin. I take it that you're probably going to sit down and put the bag in between your legs and just pull it out and start nibbling?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys see that Sin just like reaches on his back, pulls out his bag, sits it on the ground, sits in right next to it, bags in between his legs, and he just goes through it, pulls out rations, and starts eating it. His familiar starts taking a couple bites of it. Conrad, you're up.
Thing. Nothing up for my turn.
Okay. Giant's turn with the new damage dice. Jesus Christ. Not a good day for the giant. Ooh, max damage on it too. Jesus. Again, the giant goes to land his club on Damasaries, and Damasaries just kind of lets it glide past his, the handle of his hammer, and the giant hits his other foot this time. For max
Ouch.
damage, dude, that was not good.
At least the new damage dice work.
Yeah. Cletus does nothing. Corn.
Does nothing.
Damasaries. Cries. 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 Because how that hurts. His whole body hurts right now. And he's going to try a recuperating strike to just kind of fuck his life. Okay. That's gonna be it for Damasaries. Daylock sits there and whimpers like a little girl. Natalie, you're up.
I do nothing.
Okay, Sin, you're up.
I continue eating.
Okay. Just to let you know, it's going to take. What is that, like? At least 100 rounds to eat.
Understandably so.
Yeah, it's about 100 rounds to eat.
I can tuck them in the pocket when needed.
Okay. So, Conrad,
Nothing.
it's your turn. Okay, the giant. You gotta be shitting me. Okay.
One.
Yeah, another now one. Yeah, guess who's changing out their D20 next round? Yeah, again, the giant goes to swing down his club, and it just, Damasaries just kind of getting used to the giant's size and kind of taking advantage of his shorter stature, just kind of, lets it glide, and he just guides it towards the other giant's foot. Come on. Okay, another max damage on his fucking roll, too. That's, Jesus Christ. Yeah, the giant's looking pretty fucked up. Damasaries is actually looking better than him. I did not see this fight going this way. Okay, Cletus. Cletus does nothing. Actually, Cletus. Yeah, Damasaries, that's it. Hammer Bros. And he ends his turn. Corn, you're up.
Corin will take a few twigs and greenery and fashion some pom-poms out of the tree.
Okay, give me a nature check and a dex check. Okay. You begin constructing it. You do find some nice branches and some of the fluffy stuff, but it's probably going to take a couple rounds to get it going. But you do have good materials to start it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Damasaries' turn up. Gonna try for another recuperating strike. That definitely hits. And he gets his 32 plus 5. Okay. Damasaries hits him with the hammer again, and Giant's looking real messed up. Daylock starts cheering Damasaries on, seeing him kind of take a return and start dealing some pretty decent damage. Yeah, Damasaries, woo! Odic Circle rules! Natalie.
I do nothing.
Okay. Sin, your rations are pretty good.
I tuck them away, and as I'm tucking them away, I say, remember, no killing in common.
Okay, well, you do not. To put away your rations would take up your full turn
Oh, no.
because it's putting up
I
your
s-
rations, putting them in the bag, then gathering all that stuff up.
I thought I could have just put them in my pocket.
If you do, it's going to count as a lost ration.
I do that.
So you just kind of toss your ration in your pocket. Now you have disgusting food-filled pockets. Okay. You say that. Does that
And-
end your turn?
Yes,
Okay. Are you still sitting down?
correct.
Conrad, you are up.
Go down, adversaries.
Okay,
Okay.
Giant's up. Giant's kind of pissed off right now. So he's going to spend an action point to throw a rock at Sin. Which hits. Wait, what's the damage on that? It's, 2d6. So it's 7. You take 12 points of damage. Sin, as a rock comes hurling at you and just bashes you right in your chest. And
I'm
he's
bleeding.
he's going to make a strike at Damassaries, which I don't think. Wait, no, it's plus 15. Yeah, that hits. Which hits, dealing.
I do have a question. Like after you're done.
Okay.
That rock attack, was that a ranged attack?
Yes. And yes.
So- Okay, yeah.
Yep. 31. Oh no, 31, not just one. Okay. Misses. So you guys watch as the giant just picks up a stone, throws it at Sin. With his other hand, he goes to bring down the club. But as he left an opening, Damasarius tries to hit him with his club, but it kind of misses. And then the giant hits him with the club. Really crazy turn of events. And the giant's looking around a little bit worried. Cletus' turn. He's just gonna be like, "Yeah, Hammer Bros, get that giant." Corn, you're up.
Ready turn. If one of them goes down, use Majestic Word on them.
Okay. Damassaries. He's gonna use his Great Cleave, which misses. That's gonna end his turn. After I heal him real quick. God, that regeneration is saving his life. Okay, Datalock is going to sit there and continue to cheer on Damassaries. Nadalyn.
Nat's gonna say, "Stop throwing rocks at the sidelines."
Okay.
And that
Giant does not understand what you're saying, but yes.
and that ends her turn.
Sit in Europe.
I say, in giant to the giant, if you wanted rations, you could have just asked.
Okay. Conrad, you're up.
He'll just continue cheering on Damassaries. End turn.
Okay, giant. Which of my 2d20 should I use? I'll use this one. Yeah, 2. He swings his club down and just misses Damassaries. Cletus is up, and he continues to cheer him on, like, yeah! Corn, you're up.
Continue making the pom-poms.
Okay, give me a dex check. Okay. Pom-poms. Struggling a little bit, but you're making headway. Damassaries. He's going to try a recuperating strike, which misses. And that will end his turn. Daylock does nothing. Nat.
Nothing.
Sin.
I stand up,
Okay.
and that's all.
Okay. Conrad, you're up.
Cheer on Damassaries. End turn.
Okay. Giant. I'm gonna use the other dice this time. 8. 8 plus. Oh, does that miss him? Yeah, no, it still hits. Okay, so that lands in Giant hits Damon Series with his gigantic club and deals a fucking 1 again. So that's 6. Okay. Cletus does nothing but cheer on Damon Series. Corin. Okay, you now have a set of pom-poms. Very shoddy, but pom-poms nonetheless.
Can I use them
Next
to
turn.
cheer on the emissaries? Okay.
Okay, Demissaries. He's gonna try another recuperating strike to stay in the game, which misses. That's gonna end his turn. Daylock does nothing. Nat.
Nothing.
Okay. Sin.
I'm going to ready. Well, actually, wait. I'm going to move. There first, and I'm going to ready sleep just in case one of them goes down.
Okay. Conrad, you're up.
Nothing.
And wait, Sin, just to let you know, when you ready a spell, you're kind of like dooming it to, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Understandably so.
Okay. Giant. Jesus Christ, I should have grabbed the other dice. Swings down and Demissaries just blocks it with his hammer. He just continues to cheer on. Corin.
Demissaries, oh man. If you can't do it, we're probably all gonna get killed by giants.
Give me a charisma check.
Good roll. Good roll. Yeah.
Okay. I'll keep count of that on this turn for Demissaries. He's going to try a recuperating strike with the double advantage hits.
Yes!
Your pom-poms and your speech cheered him on. So that's going to be 31. I completely forgot to do that last turn. 5. And that guy goes up to another. The giant looks like it is wobbling hardcore. Like it is panting, it's grunting, there's blood coming out of its mouth, its ears. There's a few areas over its body where the Demissary's hammer just broke the skin. And he's looking pretty ragged and pretty scared. Daylock does nothing. Nat.
Nat cheers on and yeah, that's their turn.
Okay, Sin.
I don't know at this point. I kind of want to release the spell.
You already
Because-
lost it.
What?
You lost it.
How did I lose it?
You held it for 1 round. It is now lost.
Oh,
You don't use it, you lose it.
I thought it was because I said until one of them goes down.
Yes, but you can't indefinitely hold a turn or an action. Once you start your next turn, it's gone.
Oh. Sin cries on the inside. He ends his turn.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little different outside of combat and in combat. It's the rules are a little funky. Conrad, you're up.
Cheer on Demissaries and then turn.
Okay, Giant. Switching to the other dice now. East Demissaries just blocks it with his hammer, and they're both just screaming at each other at this point. Cletus does nothing besides cheer him on. Corn.
Hammer to the face. Hammer to the face. Woo!
Okay. Demissaries is up, and Giant miss. He's going to disengage and howling strike his ass. Boop. Boop. Misses.
Again.
Yeah. Okay, Daylock's up. He continues to cheer. Nat,
Now cheers too.
Sin.
Looks sadly at his feet. And he ends his turn.
Okay. Conrad.
Cheers, ends his turn.
Okay. Giant. Fucking A. This is how the fight's gonna end, isn't it? Okay. I don't even have to roll damage for it. So you guys watch as these two titans, you know, the giant, obviously a giant, and Damaser is just a hulking human, just blow after blow with a great club and, you know, Damaser's great hammer, and they're just yelling, screaming, blood, spit, sweat, just going all over the place, just one after another. And Giant looking really just fuggered up, goes to attack, swings with his club, and Damaser deflects it, hits the ground, and then Damaser just brings up his hammer, hits it in his chest, and the Giant falls back on his ground, on his back. And Damaser just walks right over to the Giant and just puts a foot on his chest and just yells right in his face. Okay. Yeah, Cletus is like, yeah! Like, you know, like, Daemon Ares is panting his ass off because he basically did every single one of his spells to try to win this fight. So he looks, you know, very exhausted, a little hurt, but, you know, he's standing over there. Daylock just kind of runs out and starts cheering and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go down the list. Corn, what are you doing?
Moves up and uses Majestic Word on the giant.
Daemon
heal him.
Ares holds his hand up to, like, kind of stop you. He looks at you. He's like, shouldn't we tie him up or something first?
Yeah, probably for the best.
Nat, what are you doing?
I will help, you know, whoever tie up the giant.
Okay, so you're gonna approach the giant then?
Sure.
Okay.
YOLO.
Jesus is gonna move forward to help. If you guys are tying him up, it's gonna take quite a bit of effort, not just from the strongest people. This is gonna be more like half the party kind of thing.
Kara bring up, like, we'll kind of speak up, like, well, do we need to tie him up, though? Because he agreed to the terms of the fight, that win or lose, he would take us to the guy willingly.
And James Sayers looks over. He's like, "Yeah, but I mean, he could also be really pissed that he just lost a fight, one-on-one fight with a human."
Before we all do all that, can I do a medicine check to see if he's on the verge of death?
He's knocked out right now. He's looking pretty good though.
Okay.
Like, he's still breathing. It's very winded. It's, you know, very low, but you know, you feel like you have like a few moments to decide whether you're gonna tie him up or just heal him.
Well, if that's the case, Amos Kara will say, if he decides to attack us regardless, then we all will jump in there. But I'm saying if we tie him up and then make him take us to his leader, like, that's already gonna.
You guys all hear rumbling, like the mountain is coming alive. All of the ground starts shaking. You hear and see birds off in the distance just flying away, and it's getting closer and closer and closer. It feels like this whole area is going to fall off into the ocean. The rocks are shaking, the tree branches are swaying. Something's coming, and it sounds big.
Heal him, Goran, now. Now.
Yeah. Heal him.
Okay.
Majestic Word.
You start healing him as Damaser kind of like still keeps his foot on him just to keep him down, just in case. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Harold say where he's at.
Okay.
I'm gonna move to this tree and try and stealth.
Okay, and it sounds like it's coming from all around you guys. Cletus is gonna look just in his closest direction outside. Daylock is gonna do the same, just looking out. And
I'm just go there just so.
okay, and you guys just hear it's getting closer and closer and closer, until out from the tree line, these massive figures just all start coming out, one after another, after another, after another, all charging into this open area through the trees. And as it's happening, some of the trees like just fall right over, and you guys see this appear.
That looks like a fire giant. Great.
And the thunder giant.
These four figures. The one in the upper right corner, right here. This one right over here. This one over. This one over here. And this one over here. They each stand about 50, 60 feet tall. They are massive. The other ones look not, I mean, they're a lot of them are bigger than the one that you guys fought, but their smallest one that just came out is the size of the one that you fought. Every other gets bigger from there. And Damasaries, when he looks around, let's see what he's, yeah, figures. He just yells out, "Titans, encircle!" As
Titans?
he yells out Titans. If any of you guys want to do a nature check right now to see what he's talking about, go ahead.
Yep.
I'm going to use the bathroom real quick because I cannot hold it.
I'm not hidden anymore. Damn it.
Yep.
My stealth check did nothing.
Sorry about that. My piss was up to my eyeballs.
No worries, man.
Okay. Nat, Conrad, and Corn. And Sin, you've heard of it. Oh, let me do my checks for Cletus and them so they know.
I
Actually,
didn't do a
don't worry
roll
about it.
for nature.
Yeah, do you want to?
Nah, I'm not trained in nature.
You don't have to be trained in nature for this. Or wait. Sorry. My bad. I may have fucked that up. I'm pretty sure it may be arcane. Let me double check it. Yeah, it's arcane. Sorry, my bad.
But only if you're training it?
No, just
Okay.
arcana.
Just Arcana. Okay.
Natural 20 on that. Conrad just freaked the fuck out at this point. Your testicles and butthole have never been higher or tighter.
I rolled a 2.
And just to give you an idea, this is what you guys are seeing. The more humanoid-looking ones and the giant rock one look like this. And for anyone besides Conrad, anyone besides Conrad, these are all earth giants or hill giants. And the big rock one is what is known as an earth titan. The next ones that you're seeing, the blue ones, are these very large humanoids with blue skin that some of them have like icicles and stuff like that hanging off their bodies. which are these. Like the one up to the north of you guys. This one right here. The real big one. That's what he looks like. That is actually the image for him. This one over here. You guys see it?
Yep.
And the two that are surrounding him, they have sparks of electricity coming off them. Electricity just seems to be flowing all across them. Those are storm giants and the storm titan. And just to give you an idea, the size comparison of these pictures compared from the giants to the titans is accurate.
Yeah, wonderful.
And lastly, to the south of you guys, this guy right over yonder. Looks like these guys. So you guys saw all four types?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the larger ones, they literally like there's lightning literally pouring off the one on the rock over here. There's literally like ice almost forming around the feet of the large ice one. And like the rock one, every step it just feels like the earth is shaking. And even though you guys are at this distance, given how cold it is out here, you can feel the heat coming off the earth titan. Actually, let me double check something, because Conrad, I think you do need a backup.
Okay.
Yeah, Conrad and Sin. Sin, you feel the sparkling, the spark of electricity that's cascading off that giant. It's starting to hurt you.
Yeah.
So, you may want to back up. And same with you, Conrad. The heat coming off of them, it almost feels like you're trying to walk towards a volcano. So you immediately just feel like backing up.
Yeah.
Am I
Okay.
good now?
Yes, and for the knowledge checks, let me just pull up this info for you guys. Sorry, it's a lot of stuff to dump on you guys all at once. Are you guys scared? Don't be scared. Really scared. Okay, with everyone with those rolls, I will just go ahead and go through it. Basically, giants were created by primordials long ago, or titans were. Titans were one of the greatest creations of the primordials. They were powerful. They were generals in armies. They were near deific status. Like, they are powerful. Realistically, very few creatures in the world can stand up to them. That being like ancient dragons, things like that. Titans tend to create nations. They tend to change the world with their very presence. They are very, very powerful. And depending on the type of giant, just like dragons and other certain types of magnificent creatures, they each have certain traits that each one will share. For example, the hill and earth giants and titans tend to be much more simplistic, brutal, very aggravated, very aggressive. The fire giants and titans will be more like city builders. They usually construct and run very large cities and stuff like that. They're very militaristic. Storm giants and titans, they also like to build or command lesser beings to they're more of builders of like epic castles and stuff like that, not so much a society. And they tend to develop grand castles atop tall mountains and floating islands, and they tend to use rituals to like control the weather, basically. And some have even been known to ride on storms. Ice giants are very rare, and even with your guys' roll, no one knows anything besides Nat, who just knows very little about ice giants and titans that They are very rare. Not many exist. Not a lot of information is known about them, but they're pretty comparable to most other types of giants and titans. Only difference being that their element comes from cold. So you guys now are completely surrounded by a small army of giants and titans.
Okay, so real quick, Corin, right before we did all those checks and everything, he did healing word on the giants.
Yes. The giant is now starting to come to consciousness.
Okay.
Oops.
He's gone.
No.
I changed Lair, not as Itsy. Lair. There we go. I'm not gonna change it back. I really need to learn the shortcuts for that. Okay.
First I disappear, then the giant disappears. What's next?
David Sayers is gonna stay above him though with his hammer like to his chest and kind of keeping him down. Just almost kind of like a bargaining chip right now. He's gonna look towards you, Stan, and they're all of the giants around. Like you can't tell if they're growling or just breathing, but there's just a low rumble in this area right now, as they're just kind of eyeballing you right now.
I say to the group, what do we do?
Try to explain the situation to them, I guess. Karen's kind of squirming, like, looking at all these things.
It is the giant next to us coming to consciousness yet fully?
Yeah, he's now eyes open, looking around. He's not moving or anything because the first thing he saw when he woke up was Daemisarius basically standing on him with his giant hammer. But he's just kind of sitting there right now.
I say to the giant, we seem to be surrounded by your family. What should we do?
He kind of chuckles and he says, "Pray." He's still pretty fucked up, but then he looks around and sees, and he freezes. He looks like he just saw. Has that deer in headlights look as he notices the titans standing around you guys. And he just freezes up. He looks visibly scared.
All right.
You go on.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Yes, he shit his pants.
Wait, who did?
It was a joke.
No, it's not even literally.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, maybe there's a smell lingering.
Oh God.
The
I
fear
know,
suddenly hits you of what would scare a giant. Oh yeah, titans.
So wait, so we see that he's scared, right?
You can visibly see that he is frightened like a child.
So I'll say as Conrad, Daemisarius, maybe let him up because he seems a bit scared, just like us. And yeah.
He looks at you. He's like, "Are you sure? We could possibly be losing our only bargaining chip."
I don't think we're gonna be able to, in that sort of situation, move around with the hostage. And he's just kind of looking around, cause if we can't talk our way out of this, we're screwed. I'm just gonna say that right, flat out.
He shrugs his shoulders. He's like, "Yep, yeah, you're right on that one." And he backs away. Giant. And Daemisarius is actually going to extend a hand to the giant to help him up. And the giant just kind of sits there. Doesn't offer his hand, doesn't stand up, doesn't do shit. He almost seems to be hiding amongst your group.
Okay.
And the gigantic one to the upper left, the Storm Titan, actually lifts up his hammer, and you guys see the clouds above you start to darken. And a single bolt of lightning comes down from the sky and strikes the giant that's on the ground. And he gets up and he's like, "Ah!" And he kind of hobbles up to 1 foot and he kind of bows towards the Titan. And Sin, you hear the large Storm Titan go, "Huh, so this is where you ran off to hide."
I bow down.
You bow down?
Yes.
Okay. To who? The giant or this titan?
The Titan, the lightning one.
Okay. Okay. You guys watch as Sin bows.
What do you say, son?
I mean, he said that's where he went to go hide. To the guy behind us. Well, to the giant between us.
And as you are saying this, you see the giant storm titan gather. He like rubs his arm across his body, the one that's not holding a giant hammer, and just rubs it across his body, and all that crackling of energy that was just kind of coming off his body coalesces his hand, and he just strikes. He like flings his arm towards the ground over here, and just a massive bolt of lightning hits the ground, and he's no longer like his hair and beard still looks like there's static electricity and electricity running through it, but it's not as bad. And he gets off the rock and starts moving towards you guys, just knocking over the trees like they were toy cars as he approaches. You no longer feel that static energy coming from him, but you can still hear and feel the crackling of electricity as he just walks towards you guys. And with every footfall, it's just boom, boom, boom. Right now, you guys are coming up to maybe his knee, and that's like for Damus, Ares, and Cletus. The rest of you guys barely get past his foot.
Okay.
Should we get out of the way? Nat says.
Damus, Ares is like, yeah, I would.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Cletus kind of backs away a little bit.
Yeah.
Nat puts her weapon away and backs up. hands up and everything.
Okay. Corin, what are you doing?
Yeah, back up with these two.
Okay,
And say, now you guys know how I feel every day.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
close to saying that.
yeah, for the first time, you guys can see the world, what it's like through Corin's eyes.
I only
And-
thought about it.
The giant just comes over, and the Titan stands. I gotta move him around Sin's character because he's so goddamn massive.
So does Max like step on Sin?
Yeah. But he walks up to the giant. The small hill giant that you guys, or the Damus Hair's fault, is just frozen, beads of sweat just pouring off of his brow. And this Storm Titan looks down at the giant and just, just kind of grunts to himself a little bit and looks towards you guys. And he says, "Did this one cause you trouble?" And he's currently staring at you, Conrad, as he says this. So, Conrad, you see this giant Titan walk up, look at the giant, and then look at you and goes, "Kunaka funanaka do."
Oh, what do you say, son?
It is just an echoing, booming voice. Like your hair and your clothing, all of your guys' hair and clothing is just being blasted back with every, vocalization.
I say to Conrad, he said, "Did this one cause us trouble?"
I mean, not really. Conrad says like he's trying to think of like a way to kind of
Damus
figure out how to explain it.
Damus rolls his eyes and he just looks at you, Sid, and he's like, "Just tell him what happened."
Yeah, tell him what happened. Yeah, that's exactly what you should do.
I say to the giant Titan with the lightning and stuff. I'm like, I don't. We came upon this giant, and he seemed aggressive at first. We're right now on a mission from.
Pause right now. As you start talking in giant, the Titan starts looking around, and then he looks down by his feet and sees the little gnome right by there. It almost like gets startled a little bit, like you almost like a mouse, kind of like motions, like oh. Then he realizes that you're the one speaking, and kind of backs away so he can see you.
Fair enough.
Continue.
Great, now I lost my train of thought.
You said we came about the giant and it was aggressive, but etc.
He was aggressive. We're currently on a mission from Latest in regards to hoping to foster some peace between Latest and you big ants people. Wow, you're huge.
He looks up down at you and kind of like leans in, and very loudly in giant he says, "I am a Titan," and the force of it almost knocks you to your ass. You feel you kind of disrespected him by just calling him a giant.
Understandably so. I understand that you, of course, are a Titan. However, you're leading the Giants, correct?
I'm one.
Well, again, we were on a mission because the Giants have been more active nearby, so we were trying to foster some peace. So I apologize.
He grunts. Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh,
Okay. Kind of grunts again after you finish speaking, and he looks down at the little giant that's in front of you guys, and he says, "Is this true?" And the little giant, like at this point, as soon as he says that, like he's shaking, and he just, without even raising his head, he says, "Yes, Lord, this is true." And the giant walks up and punts the other giant. Of course, he rolls a natural 20. So you guys just see this Storm Titan run up and just take 2 steps up and punt the other giant.
Like a goddamn football.
Like a football, and he just disappears into the wood line.
It's better than what I thought you was going to say. I thought you were going to say he punts him and he turns into a red mist.
No, he wasn't going full force. He looks back towards you, Sin. He says, "I apologize the rude behavior displayed by our young one." And because you explained the situation. Okay, so he's going to look towards you. He's like, "So you all fought together to bring him down?"
No. I say, of course, in giant to the Titan. He seemed to just want to prove himself, so we sent our strongest to go against him so that he would be able to prove himself.
Titan kind of chuckles. It's just, so which one of these took him?
It would be the big one with the golden locks.
Are you pointing?
I mean, is the tree in the way for me?
No.
I'm pointing at Demos Ares.
Giant looks over at Demas Ares, kind of like eyeballs him for a few moments, and the Titan kind of sits up and stares at the other Titans. He says, "Did you hear that, brothers? This one," as he points to Demas Ares, "was the one to fight him, and he won." And all of you hear all the giants just start laughing. And when they laugh, it's almost like you can feel and hear the crackling of electricity. You feel heat. You feel cold. You feel the earth shake.
I imagine it feels like an earthquake almost. Like
Yeah, it feels like you're in the middle of a natural disaster right now.
oh no.
Well, and as the Storm Titan, they all say as well, his fight was his own, though it does not shine upon what our goals are. A fair fight it was, so we will not hold you against that. He will be punished in time. Now, you said you were sent by Latest.
Correct.
To spy on us.
No, to foster peace.
How would you do that?
Usually by talking, coming to an understanding, things of that nature.
Then speak.
Damon, real quick.
Yes.
So, would it be metagaming if I remind him what part of our quest was?
I mean, you could tell him in character.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it on character. Karo just kind of interject. Sam, what's going on?
He's asking what our mission was, and I'm telling him this of course is in common. That about our mission. I may have forgot a few details.
Okay, well, did you tell him
What
that,
details? The giant says in common.
Oh.
Well,
Well, one of our things, Karo will just say, is, well, if we were able to make contact with the leaders, was we were to try to arrange a meet with an emissary of Latest and someone you would deem worthy to talk on your behalf.
About what?
Peace, as my friends did.
But what do we gain from this?
Comrade will just say, well, it's just all about, I feel, peace is about being friendly towards one's neighbor, in a sense.
And he turns towards the rest of the Titans. And, shit, let me look at Sin's list of...
I don't know primordial.
Okay, see, he starts speaking in a language none of you know. And the other Titans, one of them starts kind of chuckling, the fire one. The rock one, the Earth Titan, kind of sits down on the rock he's on. And they're kind of going back and forth. The storm to the fire mostly. It's mostly a conversation between those two. And this goes on for probably like 3 or 4 minutes before they stop talking, and the Storm Titan looks down upon you guys again, and in comment he says, "But our tribes have been pushed to the very corners of this land due to peace. And now you come to us again speaking of peace?"
Well, that's also another thing we were spent to ask, because it seems, just from the test perspective, that there's been unusual activity in this area.
So now they plan to dictate where we can go and when?
No. We were just supposed to ask as to why, in a sense.
He laughs. Says, "This land is slowly falling into chaos. We are born of primordial essence. We know chaos. And yet your plan is for us to do nothing to prepare for such things?"
Oh, what thing exactly are you talking about?
He looks towards you and he gets kind of close. He takes another step forward towards you, Conrad. And at this point, like, he's just 5 feet away from his foot is like 5 feet away from you, and you're just getting flashbacks of him punting that giant.
Oh, yeah.
Your butthole gets really, really tight. And he kind of leans down towards you a little bit, and he says, "All of the chaos across the land, people fighting amongst each other, dragons on the rise. Chaos is being sown throughout this land. There is whispers among every man's breath. Every kind of creature talks of a shadow man changing and manipulating the tide of things. Dragons not following the rules at which they were given. People in armies rising. And yet you say there's nothing? You question what is?
I am a foreigner to these lands, actually. I've only stayed here for how long in game, Damon? Like 2 weeks or so? I bet? Yeah, 2 weeks or so. I'm just as with many of my compatriots, we're new to these lands. We're just sent here to do our job.
So Latest deems that outsiders are good enough to parlay with us.
We're just here to ask for a potential of a meeting. The actual people who would parlay would be others from the city themselves.
And you just hear the Titan just start laughing, just and it shakes the ground around you guys. Like you guys literally have to brace when he starts laughing. And he kind of stands back up and looks towards the other Titans and begins speaking this the language again that none of you guys know. And they all start laughing. And then he says something in Giant that Sin, you understand. To the rest of the ones that are around, he says, "They send us their fodder," and all the giants and titans are just laughing. And after a few moments, the titan looks towards you guys again and says, "So Latest sends those they feel are expendable."
I speak up and say, not exactly. We were again sent to set up a
And
meeting.
As soon as you say that, the Titan turns and slams his hammer right next to you. And his hammer is much larger than you, Sin. And he stares right at you, Sin, and he says, "You are expendable. You all walked into death, and they sent you here."
I mean, you're just talking out of fear in regards to the Shadow Man. Wouldn't that kind of show that we're all expendable? That's why we're here to set up the meeting so that we can find out what's going on everywhere and make a plan.
Give me a diplomacy check. Then what do you know of the Man of Shadows?
I mean, we've encountered him twice.
Kind of stops for a second at that. Give me another diplomacy check.
Okay, I'm starting to think the roll probably bugged at that.
I think that's an omen.
Now, here's the amazing thing. I actually have the number 13 tattooed on my wrist.
No.
Titan kind of steps back and starts walking back over to his rock. And he just kind of sits on it. And he looks towards you all and he says, "So you have come in contact with the Man of Shadows. So that means you're here for war."
Well, Connor will speak up. I think the figure Sin is referring to, we have come in contact with him, yes, but in passing, if anything. On one quest we were sent to go to, there was this goblin force that was raiding convoys from Latest. We were sent to investigate the force and report to the city, and if possible, quell it if it was small enough. When we got there, it was already wiped out, and it had the presence of that figure, we believe, based on the magic, right, Sen?
The Titan starts laughing.
Yes.
And he just looks towards you. He says, "Then you have not met the Shadow Man. Everywhere he goes, war follows." Death is not his marker. Death is only the after. And you guys hear the Fire Titan yell out in common. So, what will we do with these ones, brother? And Storm Titan looks over and he says, "Let us finish conversing. I will decide what we will do with them." As he just looks at you guys, waiting for a response.
Well, we have at one point, and I'll kind of point to Daylock here. There was this one point where we actually did, we believe, see a person that
And
did
the Titan
match up.
just starts laughing.
Mhm.
Says, "None see the Shadow Man. The Shadow Man arrives, uses his honey words, and those people go to war."
And we might be talking about different people then.
And the Titan just starts laughing. He's like, "I know we are."
So this Shadow Man, he convinces other people to go to war with one another.
Yes, this is what we believe.
So who's he trying to bring war upon then?
Everyone. And we will not fall victim to it. This is why we gather. We are preparing for war.
Well, I mean, this would be an amazing thing to talk about at the meeting with the emissaries. That way we're all on the same page.
There is no page but ours.
That
But-
way we can know that we're on your page.
Kind of like to say, so, from what I understood, not falling to the Shadow Man's tricks is something that I feel like we're all on the same page on, that no one wants to go to war, and then following to his plan anyway.
Do you speak for Letest?
I can speak for Latesse in the sense that we do not want war.
I will only speak to someone who can speak for Letest.
And that's great. Then we can set up a meeting.
No meetings. Damasair is seeing this all go down. He just steps forward. He just starts walking right up to the Titan. Titan kind of raises his eyebrow at this. And Damasair is like, slams his hammer on the ground as loud as he can, puffs his chest up as much as he can. And he stares right at the Titan and he says, "I speak for Letest." And the Titan just kind of looks at him. It's kind of... Ooh, wow, not a bad roll, Damasaris. Titan chuckles. He's like, "Finally, you," as he points to Damasaris, "you tell your people to stay out of our way and they will have no issue. This land is ours. We are already fighting against Throggermere. You tell Letest that if they want a new enemy, they come here. Otherwise, they keep to themselves." And Damasaris looks right at the Titan and says, "I will pass along that message." And Damasaris kind of turns around and looks at the party and goes, like, gives you guys like a "let's get the fuck out of here" look.
Okay. I will kind of follow that cue.
That will too.
And Damasaris just starts walking down towards the bottom.
Yep.
And he comes through, and this Titan just kind of looks at him as he passes. And Damasaris just keeps his chest up and like, kind of like, "Oh, I'm a big man. I'm a big man."
I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
No, we forgot Cletus and Daylock.
And as you guys leave, you guys keep walking away. The Titans just watch you as you go away.
Nat was staring at the fire giant in amazement.
It is very pretty. His
Ooh.
hair literally looks like it's on fire.
Life
I
goals.
thought it was pretty 2.
You guys all do suffer a little bit of fire damage from walking past that Titan.
Okay.
Worth it, Nat
I will
says.
be nice. I will be nice and count it as only one round.
How much damage is that?
Yeah. Give me a second. I'm pulling it up.
Please, less than 14.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. You don't have to worry about it. It's only the
Okay.
Storm Titans.
Oh, you
Okay.
you probably would have took 13 damage.
I
Does
know,
15
right?
damage, my character just goes unconscious.
No, it would have been 10. But I did not realize that Fire Titans do not have an aura. Okay, so you guys just slowly make your way out of this clearing. You guys get about, I want to say like 100 or so yards, and you guys just hear the rumbling get further and further away. Like you guys, as soon as you guys got a little bit of a distance, they slowly started walking away. And with the trees how they are, like you guys, they just slowly lose sight. But you get from the rumbling that they are walking the opposite way.
Nat's just like, ugh.
Yeah, Daemis literally like puts his hands on his knees. He's like, "Ow! I'm in so much pain, but I couldn't let it show." Ugh.
Tower does that thing where like you put your hands on your like slowly drag it down. Like it's just like, oh my god. Like,
Yeah, Cletus is like, and I thought Cat Mara was scary. Ugh. And Daemis looks at Cletus and is like, "I know." Ugh.
I'm just crying.
Are you really crying?
Yes.
Nat comforts
Okay, you
him.
You guys see Sin just break down and start crying. But we will go ahead and take a break right here as the party begins to gather themselves in the ordeal that they just experienced, because that was easily the
Holy
scariest
shit.
fucking thing that you guys have ever experienced in your life.
easily like, oh fuck, like it's funny because like I'm just saying like when he said suddenly started speaking common and like I was speaking, I'm like I could feel my heart racing. I'm like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
I'm taking lead on this.
Yeah. Daemis was he was watching that whole time just going like, oh, this is not going to go well.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes for a bathroom and we will reconvene.
Yep.
Yeah, that scene was supposed to kind of scare you guys a little bit.
A little bit.
Oh, look at that natural 20 on the diplomacy check.
Huh. 13, 13, 31!
Like,
Yeah, you
that's 13 backwards.
It is 13 backwards.
It literally is, yes.
No.
Oh my god.
How was your guys' first Titan experience?
Wait, you said 10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
I'm gonna go out for a smoke.
That's not long enough to walk down to the store.
What do you need?
I was gonna get some grizzly.
I mean, hurry up.
Okay.
You better be running, man.
Oh my gosh, like, jeez, like, ooh.
Worst part, the guy with the highest charisma couldn't speak up because the Titans probably wouldn't even have acknowledged him.
Probably not. No, they probably would have thought you were
Oh,
like a.
Don't worry, that was actually something I was gonna. There was a lot of factors in how the diplomacy went. With what language you guys were trying to use, who was talking, things like that, and like, I mean, realistically, Daemis probably should have taken the lead since he kicked the shit out of a giant.
Yeah, probably, but
But he was giving into your guys' better judgment.
yeah, because like I could sense, like the minute, like I said, we're not the designations of Lutet, that like they wanted a meeting, but like they didn't want to they just didn't want to wait for it. Basically, it's like give me something official now, kind of.
You kind of get that sense.
Yeah, I'm like fuck.
You
I
get the
already
feeling
said I'm
Titans-
not official.
Yeah, you get the feeling that you're roboting horribly bad.
One sec.
So how's you guys' buttholes doing? Are they relaxing a little bit?
Kind of back.
What were you saying?
But I was saying, like, I got the feeling, like about halfway through that, they wanted to speak to someone official, like someone like with some backing, kind of. But like I already said, like at that point, like that was not official. So I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, and Daemis is like,
Yeah, because if I suddenly say, "Oh, but I am," but they would have like called bullshit on that.
Yeah, Damasar was like, oh, they obviously don't care, so. And Damasar felt like you guys got the information that you guys needed.
Yeah.
But you guys will discuss that as soon as break's over.
Woo!
Yeah, I was hoping I was doing a good enough job of translating how scary these titans were.
Oh no, yeah, I definitely got that just from the map size alone.
Yeah, zoomed out, they don't look really threatening, but if you zoom in a little bit to your guys' character squares, understanding like, oh, Cletus, the full-size Minotaur, is that big, and this Titan is like 5 times larger. Yeah, I spent a lot of money on those icons. Totally worth it.
That was damn scary though, like. And we were surrounded too. It wasn't just one of those guys. Like it was just
4 Titans and a small army of giants. I mean, you guys had one way out. You guys could have tried jumping in the freezing water.
Yeah, that would not be a good idea.
Nope.
I was just speechless. I didn't even know what to say. I'm like, ugh.
I gotta start getting that because I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
I was waiting for Dad to say something the whole time. It's just like, nope, nope, nope. She was probably lost staring at the fire giant's head.
That or too scared to talk, but either way, I didn't even know what to say. So.
Combination of the two.
Kind of like that scared, like, but like slightly, into it, kind of that scared.
I want my hair to be on fire.
You also want to be like 60 feet tall.
Of course she does.
It's not 60. It's more like high 40s, low 50s.
I'm back.
Wow.
Corn, why didn't you use the, go up, fly in its ear, and start doing damage from the inside?
Because I probably would have been fried alive.
Probably,
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, against the storm giant, yeah, you would have. Fire giant, probably. Stone giant, I don't, or earth titan, I don't know if they have ears.
Yeah, so. Whew. And that's really funny. Like, I'll talk about that after.
What would you rather fight? One Titan-sized Corrin or 1,000 Corrin-sized Titans?
It depends. Do they retain their abilities?
Yes.
Yes, because that's how polymorph works in this universe.
Okay,
So definitely
yeah.
one Titan-sized corn.
Exactly. Yeah, that was about to be my response. Yeah, like if you ever saying like just they keep their same strength and everything, then yeah, one tight size scoring, man.
Yeah, changing size doesn't change how. I mean, it changes strength checks and grapple checks, but it does not change like actual power and stuff like that.
Yeah, but just imagine Corrin making fun of you because you're smaller than him. That must be soul-crushing.
Also, be really scary to see a pixie that big.
Oh yeah. I imagine it would be like that, just like giant monotone. I am Gordon.
Show us what you got.
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got.
Show us what you got. Okay, we're just waiting for Sin.
I'm outside still.
Okay.
I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about you because even if we did start, it's all theater of the mind
cool.
and. Okay. So let me hurry up and do some quick artwork. There we go. Now you guys will be able to forever contemplate whatever happened to the giant he fought.
Well, it sounded like he thought he was still alive.
Probably exiled.
Again.
Well, was he exiled the first time?
He was probably hiding from it.
I mean, I can't say whether that's true or not.
Yep.
You get the sense, though, that if the giant was running from them, he probably would have gotten further.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, because given giant's move speed, yeah. And Storm Titans. And you know how I always playtest stuff?
Yeah.
I thought it'd be funny, because I had to, because, I try to playtest routes that you guys can take.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the routes was pissing off the Titan, or the second
Yeah.
group that was going to. And, yeah, you guys literally lasted one round.
Yeah, I figured.
There was not one version of that you guys were coming out alive.
Yep, that's why I was trying to be careful what I said.
Actually, I should take that back. Sin and Corn got away multiple times.
They probably just didn't notice Corin.
Kind of.
Possibly, yeah, I can totally see that. Because, like, Stin's like basically a mouse, and you're probably like a flea.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, those Titans were 54 times larger than Corn.
So, how many meters is that for people with normal
Yeah.
size standards?
Yeah, just give me a quick second.
That would be 30 meters, I think. Oh. 20? I don't know.
Give me a second. I'm using it. It's 13.7 meters.
Okay.
They were like 12 to 15 meters tall. The Titans, at least. Still fucking enormous.
Of course.
Yep.
After Titans, there are very few things that are larger.
And we just saw them. We just saw fucking Titans.
Yeah. Yeah, Titan is usually not a level 5 encounter. I'm actually really surprised Jaemissaries won that fight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, from the sound of it, like, they probably, like, the Giant and Demosaries himself probably did equal amount of damage to the Giant.
Kind of. Yeah, Jaemissaries' new build definitely saved his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Sid better hurry up. And now you guys know why you couldn't see the archive.
Oh, were they?
They
on
were
the
there.
GM screen?
They were there the whole time. I didn't want that to influence your guys' choices with the giant. I mean, you guys had a lot of options.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't really think about a one-on-one fight that you guys would try to do.
Because I did notice that you said that, like, because the giant said, like, or the Titan said, like, because we did an honorable fight, that we wouldn't get repercussions for it.
Yeah, he's more surprised seeing a regular human beat the shit out of a giant. Yeah, that's a little weird.
Well, the giant wanted to beat something strong. The thing he beat was himself, so considering he broke his foot multiple times.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Like,
I mean, again, that's still technically Damasarius because he's the
Yes.
one who deflected the attack.
yeah.
Yeah, but Corin could have stood there and, if he rolled a net one, said, haha, you hurt yourself.
Whew. Yeah, that was quite a bit.
Yeah.
And actually, wait, just so for reference, we were here, right? Where,
Yeah.
It was like, okay.
So yeah, you guys got another what was it? 4 days of travel? 4 days of travel.
Yeah. And so, just so I have it on my notes correctly, some things he said was that the Titans and Giants are at war with Throgomir. And
there's something going on with them in Froggermere.
yeah, so they said they were at war there. And they said they warned that we should stay out of their territory over this war, basically.
Yes.
Was there anything
And
else?
Shadow Man.
Oh, yeah,
Man of
Shadow Man.
Shadows.
Yeah, Shadow Man. Shadow Man trying to get others to.
And
War.
just for clarification, because it is kind of broken common and stuff like that, Sim would be able to tell you that it's darkness or shadow.
Okay.
Oh, it could just be Batman.
It could be Batman.
So this is what happened for the Shadow Man. Shadow Man is trying to get others to war with each other, and Titans and Giants don't want to follow his plan.
Or at least are preparing for war. So
Well,
they
yeah, also
aren't on
preparing
the
for war,
losing
yeah.
side.
And apparently the land is falling into chaos.
Yeah, and landfall and chaos.
Which proves Titans and Giants are dumb. We don't want to follow the plan, so we're gonna get ready for war.
You get the feeling they can take care of themselves.
Oh, yeah, no, that's kind of apparent.
You get the feeling if one of these Titans showed up in Latesse, it'd probably be the end of Latesse.
Yeah, easily.
But
Even
that's
if
besides the
Petros
point. If you
was
don't want to follow the plan of the big baddie, who's wanting everyone to go to war, you just don't prepare for war. You just don't do war.
Well, if they're trying to, like, get people to get war with each other, what if the Shadow Man sends someone to war against you and you're not prepared?
Yeah, that's the
And
don't prepare
we
for
shall
war
continue.
policy.
Then you're still going with their plans.
We're continuing. Okay, so you guys take a few moments to regain your composure. Damasarius is messed up. He actually looks towards you guys and he says, turned around, sees that there's no giants or titans. Like, okay, can we just take a couple minute break? I'm pretty hurt.
Please.
Go ahead, big guy. You deserve it. That says.
Gives a fingers crossbows towards you.
Does it back.
Yeah, Sin is bleeding out all over the place right now
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, Demosaries, but I took a lot of damage too.
That says, let me guess. What's the word for it?
Damasarius actually looks over at you, Sin, and he says, "Were you cheering him on during that fight?"
He wanted to prove himself. So worst case scenario, if he was happy about how the battle went, it was all part of a plan.
He probably said a lot of things if he threw rocks at him.
Well, I only caught a few words of your conversation. But yeah, go ahead, spend any healing surges you guys want to. You guys got your encounter powers back.
Well, we didn't really do anything other than Damon Series and like sit.
The rest is more for them.
Yeah. So you guys take a few minutes to rest and stuff like that. Still, at this point, it's probably still like midday, early midday. Damasari treating his wounds and just goes like, "Fuck, that sucked," and you guys are ready to go.
Okay.
Head back to Lattes as fast as possible before someone accidentally walks into the giant's territory.
That sounds like a good plan.
Go, go, go!
Cletus is like, "Yeah, we should probably do it."
Okay, so we're all agreed to hoof it, I guess.
Okay. So you guys continue back along the way you guys came?
Yes, I guess.
Okay. You guys start going back. Hours pass. You guys are basically just retracing your steps on the way back. You guys continue. The sun slowly starts to go down. Starts to get cold as the sun starts to go down, and
Okay.
Emissaries calls out to you guys like, we should probably set up before it gets too dark.
Alright, we camp up.
Okay. You guys go through, set up your tents and everything that you guys need to. Go ahead and mark off. Sin, don't forget to mark off that extra ration that you kind of wasted.
I already did.
But everyone else, go ahead and write off a ration and some fluid. I gotta go through and mark off Cletus's.
Did you never fill up my water skins?
This should have been filled up.
It says 0 out of 2.
Then put it as 2 out of 2 because it would have been filled. Okay. You guys set everything up. You guys sit down, eat some dinner. Starting to get towards bedtime, and Damon Sears is like, "Okay, who wants what watch?"
I'll take first watch card, it says.
Take it. Watch with you.
I'll take second watch again.
Cletus volunteers for your watch.
And
Daylight.
yeah, so I guess I'll
Daylight
go.
volunteers for the third one.
Yeah, and that will go with the third one also.
Okay. So first watch, go ahead and give me perception checks.
Okay, one sec.
Let's all have nightmares. 13!
Oh god, that cursed number of returns.
Oh, there it goes. That was delayed as fuck. I clicked that like literally a minute ago. Okay. Conrad, Damasarius, you guys sit down for your watch. Sun is just, crested over. Everyone else is nestling up to go to sleep. And all you hear is the crashing of the water, the wind. Nothing too crazy.
Okay. And I guess when our watch is over, we'll wake up the next round.
Okay. You guys' watch comes to an end, and you go ahead and wake up the next people.
Mm-hmm.
So that is Corn and Cletus, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. You guys get woken up, and David Sayers looks to Corn and Cletus and goes, "There's nothing to report."
Okay, let's hope it stays that way. Good night.
Good night. As he heads to bed. Give me a perception check. Good. That's great. Corn, you just sitting out there, and you're sitting up. What are you doing on your watch? Besides
Making
looking
my
around.
pom-poms look better.
You're making your pom poms look better.
Yeah.
Okay. They are completely destroyed. You go to just mess with it, tighten it up and stuff like that, and it just unravels in your hands. You think that, you're probably tired and you just mistreated it or something, but it's just unbinds and falls apart.
Corin starts crying.
Cletus kind of looks over and just puts a finger on your shoulder, like he's trying to console you. And as this is happening, Cletus looks up. He's like, "Corin, do you hear that?"
My life falling apart. That's what I'm hearing.
Shut up! Do you hear that?
Do I?
You don't hear anything. You're
No,
too broken up about your pom poms.
I can't hear shit.
I thought I heard wings flapping.
Oh, not again.
I can't hear it anymore. It was barely audible. I could barely hear it. And Cletus just kind of stares around, has his hammer ready. A minute goes by, 5 minutes, 10, and he's like, maybe it was my imagination. And your guys' watch continues along. And next day.
Not
Or
even
next
next watch.
day. Next watch. Yeah, you guys go throughout your watch. You guys feel that it's time to wake up the next people. So Cletus walks up and wakes up Daylock. Corin, are you gonna go wake up Nat?
Yeah, no J3 this time. He's too distraught about his pom-poms.
So Nat, you're woken up.
Does Nat see him, just, sad?
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
It's gonna have disadvantage.
Oh,
since you
dang
woke
it.
up. Nope, you don't notice.
Oh, okay.
Well, Corin is kind of overplaying it a little bit.
And she still does not notice.
Okay.
You gotta remember, she just woke up. She's wiping the sleep out of her eyes. She's just, "Oh, okay, time for my watch. Anything happened? No."
Have a happy
No.
watch. Maybe you'll be happy.
Cletus looks towards you guys, or you, Nat, and Dalek, and was like, I thought I heard something on my watch, but we didn't hear anything else, so just keep an eye open. Ear even opener.
Will do, Nat says.
Yeah, Dalek kind of nods, still wiping the sleep from his eyes. And you guys begin your watch.
Nat's still thinking about the Giants. Or
Okay,
Titans.
give me a perception check.
Will do.
Nat, first hour of your watch, you get the feeling like you're being watched.
Nat does that, looking left, then looking right, then maybe behind her, and
You don't see anything.
quick motions.
With the fire that you guys have set up, I mean, the light only goes so far. You don't see anything. But again, there's like a perception line with the firelight to where you just can't see anything past it.
Ugh. Guess it was nothing. She just continued her watch.
Okay. You don't say anything, do anything? Okay. Okay, so after a couple hours, you just kind of ignore the sensation, but after a few hours, you see the sun start to rise. And the rest of you all begin to wake up.
Kyron gets up. Anything to report?
I just felt like I was being watched. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking things since the Giants, but ugh. She shivers a little bit. Ugh.
All right. Well, he's kind of like looking a little paranoid now. Like weird. All right. Well, let's get ready. We gotta get to Lichess as soon as possible.
And Damon says, "Yep, let's eat up, pack up, and move on."
Yep.
So go ahead and write off rations
Mm-hmm.
and water.
Mm-hmm.
I only have half the water skin left.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys begin, heading out again.
Mhm.
Similar as the trek up here. A lot of cliff, a lot of water, a lot of mountain. That's about it.
Mhm.
You guys keep going along. Your morning turns to afternoon. Afternoon turns to evening, and it's getting towards dusk time again.
Okay.
And Demisarius halts the group and is like, "Okay, we should probably set up for the night."
Mhm.
And rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
God, I hate sessions like this. Anyways, so you guys go and set up your camps, get your fire going. Go ahead and mark off a ration.
Mhm.
I'm out of
And-
I'm out of water.
Yeah, Demisarius is like, "Okay, here goes my pauldron."
Do the pauldron thing again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. That says just takes the pauldron.
All right. So our water skins are filled. Blah blah blah.
Well, no, you guys got to do your watch.
Well, yeah, but
You
I'm
got to
sorry,
remember,
for the water
it takes
skin part of
it
it.
takes a while for the water skins.
okay.
I will say that you guys will start off like around dinner time, so you guys are able to get the water that you guys need for the meal.
Okay.
But again, throughout the night, you guys are gonna have to, grab snow or ocean water, boil it.
Okay. Yeah.
Now we'll probably
Yeah.
take our watch to do that. Preps.
Okay. Who's gonna take first watch?
Nat will.
Okay. Kyle will take the second one.
Okay. Damon Sayers will take your watch with you, Nat. And
I'll do the third watch.
Daylock will do the second one with you, Conrad.
Okay.
And Cletus will volunteer with your watch, Sin.
Yay.
Okay, so first watch.
Just we're trying to refill those water skins.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Ah.
Okay. Well, you guys, begin your watch. Damon Sayers goes, grabs the snow, brings it down to you. You start boiling, and it just rinses, repeats. And towards the end of your shift, Damon Sayers is walking back with, like a big chunk. He actually pulled out his cloak and is like just filled the entire thing up with snow. And he's walking back, and you see him just stop. And he turns around, shakes his head, and just continues walking towards the camp.
You okay?
It's like, yeah, I don't know. I felt like there was something out there.
I had
It's
that.
probably nothing.
I had that feeling too yesterday. Nat says.
Kind of looks around again,
Nat does too.
plops the snow. It could be just some wild animal or something like that. And you guys go throughout, continuing to boil down water, filling up water skins, and it's about time for the next watch.
Okay.
Yeah, Nat's thinking about what Damosary said, and just goes to wake them up. Well, Conrad.
Damasaries goes and wakes up Daylock. Daylock coming, me want to go home. Anyways, yep, so Conrad, you are now awake.
All right. Anything to report?
And Damasaries looks over at you. He's like, it's creepy and I want to go home.
Yeah, alright. So nothing's changed, Conrad says.
Nat says, Demo series, well, yeah, you might have felt the same chill.
You hear from Demos Aries' bedroll. It's creepy, and I want to go home.
But
But about what Conrad says.
I don't know. Just the other day, it felt like someone was watching me, and then Demo series is feeling creeped out himself.
You hear from Demos Aries' bedroll again. If we don't talk about it, we won't get paranoid and we don't freak out. So I feel creepy, and let's go home.
Yeah, it's best if you just go to bed. We'll take care of it here. Me and Daylock. Conrad says Nat.
Other than that, nothing to report. Also filled up the water skins. Good night.
Well, you got a good chunk of them done.
Yeah, good chunk.
It's a painstaking process because the pauldron is not that huge.
Yeah.
And there's probably a lot of spillage every time you guys go to fill it up. So yeah.
Yep.
But yep. Nat and Damus Harris goes to lay down, and it is you and Daylock, Conrad.
All right. So Conrad and we'll go through that whole process of filling up the water skins and do his watch as well.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Are you boiling, or are you getting the water or the snow?
Now, I know that it required one of us to have fire resistance.
So you're boiling the water?
Yeah.
Okay. You're sitting on watch, and you're just looking around and stuff like that here in the ocean, and every time Daylock goes to get the snow, it's not too far away from your guys' camp area, but there's just a little bit of walk. So anytime he goes up, you keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
And an hour into your guys' watch, he goes to get more snow, and you see him, bend down, grab snow and stuff like that, and he stands up and turns to face you,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a shadow behind him. Just
Okay.
the faintest vision of a figure standing right behind Daylock.
Conrad will drop his bow and say, Daylock, run towards me.
Daylock doesn't do anything. He just runs straight at you, just immediately eyeballs you and just moves forward.
All right. Do I still see that figure?
You see nothing but darkness.
The fuck? Conrad says. I could have.
And Daylock's just staring at you like, what is it? What is it? I don't want to look around.
I could have sworn, again, Conrad's he's emphasizing this. I could have sworn I saw something a figure, right behind you.
He lets out a sigh. He's like, I felt like someone was standing right next to me when I was over there. I thought I was just freaking out because of what Nat said.
All right, well, all right, let's back to back,
You still have you still have a feeling,
Yeah.
just a gut knee-jerk reaction feeling that something's still watching you.
Is it still am I still feeling it's in that direction?
Kind of. It almost feels like it's all around you at this point. It's hard to get a beat on where exactly it's coming from.
Can I do another check just to see if I can pinpoint it?
I will allow it.
Okay.
You're a little freaked out at this point from seeing the shadow and the sensation of being watched and not really being able to figure where it's out. And it kind of throws you for a loop. You're a little too paranoid right now. And you can feel your heart racing a little bit, and you're staring at shadows at this point.
Mhm. Okay. It's just, I think we got enough snow for now. Let's stay close by the fire for now and just. Yeah.
Are you sure, Sir Cletus? I could just
Conrad.
use one of my cloak. God damn it. Are you sure, Sir Conrad? I could just use my cloak and try to gather one last, bit.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'll take the less water. Don't worry about it. Daylock, just
At this
stay
point,
here.
there's going to be quite a few water skins that are not going to be filled.
How many? Because I have 2.
Probably with how many you guys have, maybe like 4 or 5.
Fuck. Okay. Okay. Here's an idea.
And that's
He's
low
actually gonna.
balling. It's probably more than that.
Okay. So he's actually gonna wake up Corin.
Okay. Corin, you're woken up.
What is it? I thought I didn't have watch today.
Yeah. I think there's something around us, but I might be a bit paranoid. But I need you to just keep an eye out here while I go with Daylock to get the snow.
Sure, no problem.
Just so stay right here. Like me and Daylock are gonna go get the snow.
Okay.
Okay. Corin, are you actually gonna like be looking around?
Yep.
Okay, give me a perception check.
13 is back.
It's dark. You're tired.
All right. So while he's doing that, Conrad's gonna go with Daylock.
Okay.
And like while he's like focused on the snow, he's actively like watching his back basically.
Okay, give me a perception check since you're kind of on the hind end of the light. Yeah, it's just nothing. It's like
Okay.
you're staring at shadows.
Okay.
But you guys are able to gather like one good load of snow between his cloak and his little jacket that he wears.
Mhm.
And between the two of you, you guys are able to carry it down to the campsite. Corin, you see Conrad and Daylight go out there, gather some snow, and bring it back.
Is this all, or are you gonna need me to keep watch?
No, I think we're good. Sorry about that, Corin. You can go get some rest.
No
Corin,
worries.
Corin, you're completely confused on what is going on.
Am I?
I mean, did he say anything about what happened?
I mean, I told him that I thought I saw something.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah. I told him
Okay.
like basically the situation.
Oh, I didn't hear that part
I
at
just told
all.
him that like
Christ.
basically I might be paranoid. That's what I purposely said.
Okay. Corin, you think he might be paranoid?
Hmm. Aren't we all? Goes back to sleep.
Okay. So you guys continue to fill up the water skins, boil down some water, and by the end of your watch, all water skins are filled up.
Okay, wake up for the next watch.
Okay. Sin and Cletus gets woken up.
Hi.
Hey, I sort of saw something on my watch.
And Cletus looks at you like, sort of. What do you mean, sort of?
When Daylock was on his way getting back from water, I could have sworn that I saw a figure behind him, like a shadowy kind of figure. But like, I did like when he came back, I didn't see anything. I might be like it might be asleep or something, but just keep an eye out for something like
Yeah,
that.
Cletus is like, whereabout did you see it?
I pointed the direction. It was like right on top of him, like right behind him.
Looks around, and just to give you a visual of kind of like what you're looking at, you're standing with your back towards the ocean side. It's literally just a mountain ridge. Like it goes about 20 to 30 feet. There's light snowfall right there, and then it goes to a mountainside. There's not a lot of places that someone would be able to duck and hide.
Yeah,
So he just looks a little confused. He's like, I'll keep an eye on it.
yeah. Okay. I need some rest. Conrad says, and he goes to his bedroll.
He's like, you get some rest then.
Mm-hmm.
And Daylock goes and nestles in his tent and falls asleep. Sin, give me a perception check. Sin, what are you doing on watch?
Honestly, I was kind of looking at the snow. It's pretty.
Where are you looking at the snow? Mountainside or oceanside?
Mountainside. After he wait, where was the guy at that he was talking about?
Mountainside.
Yes, I was looking mountainside, and then the snow caught my eye.
Okay. You lose consciousness and the rest of you are woken up.
Oh, what?
Cletus is shaking all of you guys to wake up. He's like, wake up, wake up. Sin's gone.
Wait, what? Conrad like jumps up.
Yeah. He's like, I looked away for a few moments and I don't see him.
Okay. Conrad gets his gear, like his essential gear, like his bow and stuff ready.
Yeah, James Terry gets up with his hammer. Daylock comes out, like, wiping the sleep from his eyes, like, where'd he go?
We don't know, Daylock. Clear says he's missing.
Did you by chance throw a rock at him again?
Nat, what are you doing?
I'm getting up and rubbing my eyes.
Yeah, you guys look about, and outwardly, you guys really do not see Sin.
What time of day is it at this point right now?
Still nighttime.
Conrad's actually gonna light a torch.
Okay. Right off a sunrod.
Well, I actually have
Coral
torches themselves.
Speak into his
Oh, yeah.
earring. Sin, you there?
Sin, give me a perception check with disadvantage. So just roll it. You hear nothing back, Corn.
Oh.
Okay, that's not good.
You still got
Conrad
that?
just,
Oh, you go ahead.
I was just gonna do a thing over the earring, but you go ahead.
I was now it's telling Cletus, do you still have the lantern?
Yeah, here it is. And he hands you the lantern.
Oh, thank you. Nat lights it.
Yeah, because
Okay.
right now Conrad has a lit torch right now as well.
Yes.
More light, the better. And Nat lights fire.
Okay. So you guys have a torch and a light standing by the campsite.
Okay. So, Conrad's gonna suggest that we kind of go in groups and just kind of start circling around the perimeter in a sense, looking for Sin.
Damn. Cletus is like, where was he going when you last saw him? And Cletus is like, somewhere towards the mountainside. I saw him. I looked away for a second, and I looked back, and he was just gone. And then I immediately woke you guys up. Okay. You guys start going towards the mountain?
Yep.
Can I do a perception check for tracks or something with the light?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I'd like to do that as well.
Okay, go ahead. That's perception.
Oh, nature, damn. Sorry.
Okay. Conrad, you do see small little gnomish tracks heading away from the campsite.
I think these are his tracks, so let's follow them.
Okay. You start following them, and they just kind of stop.
Like, how do they stop? Like, where do they stop at?
Literally about 10, 15 feet away from the campsite. Like, it's pretty close.
That's weird, Conrad says. Must be around here somewhere, Conrad says.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
It's funny. Just maybe a foot away from the tracks, you see almost like a displacement in the snow with a slight elevation to it.
There, you guys see that?
Daemis Ares walks up and pokes it. and reaches in, and you gotta remember, like, the snow's only like around this area, like around the rocks and stuff like that. It's probably up to maybe a foot, and he just reaches in and he pulls out an unconscious Sin.
Jeez, like, how does he look?
Looks perfectly fine. Little white. That's about it.
All right, well, let's take him to the campsite real quick.
Yeah, let's get him around the fire. Nat says.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damasaris kind of cradles him, takes him over to the campsite. Sin, give me a perception check. Sin, perception check.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.
Okay, Sin, you wake up, and you're now cradled into Damasaris' arm, freezing your ass off. Yeah, you guys all see as Sin kind of comes to consciousness with his teeth shivering, his whole body shaking.
Kyle will kind of like go up to beside him, like look him serious, and he's like holding the torch like kind of near him, but not like uncomfortably so.
Okay.
And he's like, "Sin, you all right? Like, you went missing. Like,
Yeah,
found you deep in snow."
I saw the snow, and the snow was pretty, and I wanted to try something with the snow, but it turns out I dozed off.
Damasaris is going to insight check you.
Yeah, no, I was gonna do the same thing. That shit.
Sounds like something he would do. Nat says.
So you just walked over, played with the snow, and passed out.
I mean, I had a goal in mind. I wanted to do something with the snow. I wasn't playing.
Damasaris just drops you right next to the campfire. You take 3 points of damage as Damasaris just goes right over his bedroll, picks up his blanket, covers himself up with it, and starts to go back to sleep.
Ow.
Our dad just kind of sighs, and he puts up the torch and goes to his own bedroll as well.
Okay. Cletus is just looking very confused.
Can
Kinda
someone
looks at-
bring me some snow?
Cletus looks at you. He's like, I think you've had enough, Snow Sin. Why don't you just stay over here and finish your watch?
Okay.
You are pretty cold right now.
We'll get you some snow in the morning. Nat says.
It's not for me.
Who's it for?
I can't say right now.
You may want to focus on heating up right now, Sin.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are deathly cold right now.
I curl around the fire a bit.
Okay. He just looks at you. He says, can't you do that one thing where it does the stuff?
I use prestidigitation to remove the moisture as the snow melts off of me so that I'm not making it easier for me to be hypothermic.
So you start warming yourself up with prestidigitation?
Yeah. Unsoling myself of the snow.
It's not really using it for that, but yeah. Okay, so you use your prestidigitation to help warm yourself up,
Yes.
get the snow off. Got it. Okay, yeah, you're still cold, but you're doing better. So does everyone else go back to sleep, or
Yeah, Conrad did. Yeah.
Nat?
She stays to keep watch on Sin.
Okay. He starts to look better.
Okay. Then she goes to bed.
Okay. Corin.
Get back to bed.
Okay. So everyone else goes back to bed, and Cletus and Sin finishes up their watch as the sun begins to rise. And for some of you guys, that was a very long night.
That's a,
Yeah.
Yeah. For those who woke up more than one time that night, it's a bit of a long night. Corn especially, you are at 1 point of exhaustion.
How's that?
Was that?
Why that? I didn't take a watch.
Yeah, he didn't have a watch.
Oh wait. Yeah. Because in my head, I'm thinking that you had watch and then was woke. Never.
No.
See, okay. You know, I'm wrong. Sometimes you guys got to point that shit out. Yeah. The rest of you guys are, at least a few of you guys are almost near 1 point of exhaustion. But you guys are pretty tired. Wake up. Sun starts to rise.
Mm-hmm.
Damasaries looks at everyone like, okay, eat and drink water.
Mm-hmm.
He has like no life or energy left within him.
Yeah.
okay.
I guess.
Okay, so I take it you guys clean everything up and start heading back.
Yep.
Before we head out, I would like to grab some snow.
Okay,
Nat helped them
Just-
because she said she
just-
would.
just in your hand.
I'm going to use the bottom part of my robe kind of to hold as much or like a half gallon of snow if possible.
Okay.
I know it's gonna melt a bit into my robe, but just kind of hold it.
Hold on a second.
And
Do an intelligence check real quick. As I look something up. You get the feeling that you might be able to create a small container with your prestidigitation to carry a small amount of liquid or something.
approximately like half gallon size.
Yeah.
Okay, I do that, and I get the snow.
Okay.
And I use, since I can use prestidigitation 2 times essentially at once, I also flavor the snow to kind of be like vanilla.
Okay.
And since Nat helped me get the snow, I say, try some.
Nat, you watch as Sin literally conjures like a container out of thin air. You help him fill it up with snow. He weaves his hand around it again and holds up the container towards you, going, try it.
Okay. And she does.
It's very cold. Kind of a little bit of sweetness to it. And the taste of vanilla. It's actually quite pleasing, and you're very confused. Give me an intelligence check. Nat, and give me... No, just give me a intelligence check. Okay. He must have done something to the snow.
This is good. What is it?
Snow plus a little bit of magic.
You are not wrong. And She keeps trying it.
It's pretty good.
It's like,
Corin
man, you know.
flies over to Ned and says, "Don't eat the yellow snow."
You should try it, Corin. That says.
Yeah, no, I'll be over here. Yellow snow.
The emissary is kind of curious about the whole situation. Walks over. He's like, "Sin, could I have some?"
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sticks his hand in, pulls it out, puts it in his mouth. Tastes pretty good. As he walks away.
Sugar free.
Oh, it was sugar free that time?
Well, I mean, it's all sugar free.
Technically, yes.
Vanilla is sugar free.
As he walks away, just like licking his fingers. Cletus is just kind of staring at this whole ordeal, slightly confused.
Cletus, you asked them.
I'm good, man.
There's no alcohol in it.
You're missing out. That says as she keeps.
He rolls his eyes and walks over to the container. It's like, just do I just grab some?
Yes, by all means.
Okay, he reaches his hand in and goes to grab it and goes to put it in his mouth. Does it still taste the same?
Yeah, I didn't change flavor.
Okay. He's like, huh. Okay. He just walks away. Kind of slightly paranoid, like he was expecting something. But he's pleasantly surprised when it's nice, delicious, slightly sweet tasting vanilla snow.
The rest of
Yeah,
them are just missing out, Nat says.
Yeah.
Yum.
Conrad?
Conrad, Nat says.
I'd rather not. I want to go home. Conrad says he's kind of defeated after all that like long ordeal last night. I just want to go home.
Damasaries looks over at Conrad and he's like, actually, it's pretty good. That actually lifted my spirits.
Okay, Conrad will walk over.
Before he grabs it, I switch it to strawberry.
Okay. So you see a container full of snow.
Right, he picks up. He's kind of, I guess he like kind of grabs like a little fingerful, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he puts it in his mouth.
Like fresh picked strawberries.
Strawberries.
A little bit of sour, a little bit of sweet is perfect.
My favorite.
The emissaries looks over. Wait, strawberries?
Yeah.
Runs over like sticks his hand in, puts it in his mouth. He's like, do chocolate next.
I flavor it to mud and say, go ahead.
Sticks his hand in, big old handful too. Puts it in his mouth.
Oh!
That's pretty good, and just continues walking.
Oh, jeez.
Damasaries looks over. He's like, "Oh man, Conrad, you should try the chocolate."
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you sure? It's probably the best. It's better than the strawberries.
Can I do insight?
Yeah, you can do an insight. He's telling the truth.
That is better than. Okay,
It's-
now I will take a bite of it.
Yeah. You take a bite, and it tastes like dirt.
Oh, what the? He spits it out. What the fuck, Damos Aries? What the fuck,
He's
Sid?
just laughing his ass off. He got a natural 22.
Got him.
He beat you by 1.
I was literally about to say, like, no way. Like,
Yeah, he beat you by 1. So good. Yeah, it tastes like you just put a clump of dirt in your mouth.
Very
He
cold
spits it
dirt,
out.
though.
Yeah,
And
and you look over at Damasaries and he like spits out what he had in his mouth. You get the feeling he was lying and he was probably stomaching the shitty flavor just to pull the prank on someone else.
I want to go home, Conrad says. Even louder now.
I dump out the rest of the snow.
You just make the container disappear.
Aw.
Sure.
Nat
And the
says.
snow just falls to the ground.
Nat just says, aw.
Well, I mean, if you want the last flavor, just dig up some dirt.
But you guys continue your walk.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you guys start making your way around just start to get to the eastern side of the island as it wraps around.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to get warmer and warmer. Snow eventually disappears. And you guys are getting to about the forest, and it is starting to head towards nighttime.
So, like, are we at the base of the forest and then starting to turn nighttime?
You guys are kind of around the start of the forest. Like, it's a bit of distance ahead of you guys still, but
Yeah, so. What time is it now?
it's probably around like 5 or 6.
So, Connor, we'll kind of say to the group, we still got a bit of a journey ahead of us, and do you guys want to just camp out here?
David's
And
just
wait,
like,
or just-
let's camp.
Okay, Connor says.
He's like, considering how long it took us to get through the forest last time.
Exactly, yeah, and I don't want to be stuck in that forest at night.
Okay, so I take it you guys set up camp.
Yep.
Okay, you guys set up your camp. Go ahead and mark off rations and water,
Nom, 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 nom.
which I think for most of you guys, you're already out of water again.
I'm not.
Some of you guys.
Mhm.
Some of you guys should be almost close to being done with rations.
I refilled before we left.
Yeah, Daylock just ate his last ration.
Nat offers it. Yeah, if he needs it, you know.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, he ate. It's just he looked at his pack, and it's just the pouch that all his rations were in is just it's flapping in the breeze.
If we need any more rations, sorry, what's the Damon? Daylock.
See, you guys
let
give
me
me
know.
crap about it. It's hard, okay? Conrad, Cletus, Daemosaries, Daylock, Damon. Like, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have any rations, let me know. I have some plenty.
Me too.
Daylock looks towards you both. He says, "Oh, thank you kindly. But I should be able to make it back to Letest."
Okay.
As he kind of like peers out past the forest and stuff, like, "Oh, it's right over there."
Yeah.
But you guys are able to set up your campsite.
Mm-hmm.
What are watches?
Colin will take first watch.
Nat will too.
Carol will take the second one.
Okay. Daemosaries will take the second one. Third one. Daylock will volunteer for it, and Cletus just stares at you, Sin.
I volunteer for a watch.
As you say that, he stops staring at you, and he kind of like does that. I got my eyes on you.
He enjoyed the flavors.
Yeah, but he also remembers that you didn't take almost like a single watch on the way up.
Oh. Okay.
You're like, I didn't do that. Yes, you did. Okay, so first watch. Everyone starts going to sleep. I already completely forgot who the first watch was.
Cornonat.
Cornonat. So go ahead, as everyone else nuzzles into bed after eating some food. Go ahead and give me some perception checks.
I got the lantern still, so yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna hold on to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eh.
Go ahead and add it to your thing, and I'm going to remove it off of Cletus's. And I will actually message you on Discord so you can just edit the whole thing.
Okay.
So you can just copy and paste it, make it easy. That's the name of it, and that is what it does. Okay, so Corin, you know, you're just thinking about your pom-poms. You know, tear comes to your eye, and your vision gets a little blurry. But you hide your tears and you hide your your sadness. But it's really hard to really pay attention to what watch and stuff like that. Nat, after like an hour into your watch and the sun's like deep setted, you get this sensation that someone's staring at you from behind.
Nat's going, ugh. And she's like,
Nat, this is a little bit different. This feels like someone's right behind you.
Nat looks behind her.
And for a brief moment, it almost seems like the shadows behind you shift.
What?
And it still feels like there's something maybe 5 feet in front of you. Like, you got the lantern. Is it out?
Yeah.
Okay. And that changes things slightly. As you go to turn around and the light, like really shines behind you, you see a shadow kind of shift towards the deeper part of the shadow. Past the point of your light. But you saw something.
Nat goes to check. Nat checks it out. What was
So
that?
Okay, so you just go into the kind of the direction that it was at?
A little bit. She's trying not to go too far from the actual camp.
Okay. You press on 5 feet, 10 feet, and you still there's something right on the edge of shadow. Something is it's playing with the darkness and using it as an advantage. You there's something right there. But every time you go to look or shift to where it is, it's like its form is almost impossible to make out. Like it's humanoid size, but most of the times when you're looking around and trying to catch a glimpse of it, it's not very human. It's almost like the shadow around you is completely alive. And Corin, you do not notice Nat doing this.
Yep.
Hey, Corin, Nat says.
Eh?
Do you notice anything weird? And she's like looking for. Yeah, she's like doing the head thing again, just looking downwards because her shadow's near the floor. So she's just looking for that.
Yeah, so there's this weird girl pointing at nothing. Don't know why. Must be crazy.
She gets back to back to her seat.
Okay. As soon as you go to turn around and start walking towards the camp, you almost feel a breath on the back of your neck.
that just and then just like a quick turnaround.
Same thing. You turn around and it looks like there was a shadow right behind you that fades into the darkness. Almost as if there's like a cloud of darkness that is alive.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's very aggravating. And then just in case, she sits right next to Corin.
Okay. And the sensation that you're being watched does not go away. Your entire watch. But you can't see or really make out anything, so I assume you're just gonna paranoid, like stare at the darkness your entire watch?
Yeah, just a lot of head turns, quick head turns.
But hours go by, and you feel that it's time to wake up the next watch.
Nat does so.
Okay.
So that's
What's up? Cameron says.
Damon Series is right. This place is creepy, and I do want to go home. And
Damon Series waking up is like, told ya.
felt something breathe at the back of my neck, but none of
Wait,
it
what?
was really
What?
there.
Conrad, this is also, or Corin, this is also news to you.
wasn't me.
Wait, so you
I
felt
think-
something behind you?
Yeah, and it felt like it was breathing down my neck.
Was it like a shadow like thing?
Yes, actually.
I saw something similar when I was with Daylock on our watch earlier.
Is this the thing that the Titans was talking about? Nat says.
I have no idea. I had no idea. All right, Damon Series.
Yeah.
All right, let's be back to back on this. I'm I am like fully convinced something is out there.
Do you guys need this lantern?
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, for now. Yeah, Conrad says.
She hands it to you.
Damon Sayers actually looks at it and is like, no, you can actually hold on to it. I mean, he looks towards you, Conrad, and he's like, maybe we should just stay to the fire, and if we do need to get up, I got sun rods.
Okay, Conrad says.
If you're sure. Otherwise, I don't think there was anything else. Good night, guys. Then she puts out the lantern,
Good night, Nat.
plops in bed. Bleh.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Conrad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your watch begins a little paranoid at first, but like an hour goes by and you just don't hear anything, you don't see anything, but you notice after that first hour, like Damon Series like kind of like sits up right. Since you're going back to back,
Mm-hmm.
are you going literally back to back?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, so you notice him like sit up and just kind of like look around. Like you can tell like he's shifting around.
Well, what's going on there, Damon Series?
It's like, oh no, it's just I got the feeling like we're being watched.
Fucking hell, like Jesus, like from any particular direction?
And he kind of like looks left and right. And he looks up. And he just starts staring up. And he's like, it almost felt like it was right above us.
Can I look above?
Sure.
Perception?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's slightly overcasted night. Can barely see any stars in the sky. That's it.
I don't see anything, but if it's
It's like
anything like,
Yeah,
Right.
Damon Series is like, I didn't see anything either. It's just, that like sixth sense when you know you're being watched. Like that's what it feels like.
yeah,
My old master used to tell me you should always trust your gut with something like that, and my gut is screaming at me right now.
yeah, no, I know the feeling. Like I'm not sure exactly what to do about it because it seems like we're all experiencing it, and it's been happening the past couple of days. But whatever it is, it doesn't seem to have made any kind of pauses. I just think we should stick close to this campfire. I think.
He kind of chuckles. He's like, "Yeah, don't tell anyone else, but I think that's a good idea." But your guys' watch goes by, and besides some creepiness, nothing else.
Okay. All right. Wake up for the next watch.
Okay. So Sin and Daylock gets woken up. Sin, you're awake. He does make
Hello.
that exact sound. And Damasaries looks towards the two of you guys, Daylock and Sin, is like, just we're being watched by whatever is watching us. Just sit close to the fire.
Yeah. Keep an eye on each other and stick close to the fire, kind of says.
Understand that.
Daylock nods and says, "Okay, sir."
Alright. Karen goes to bed. And like right before he goes to bed, he's like, and if anything weird happens, wake us up. Goes to bed.
Daylock nods towards you.
I nod as well.
Okay. Give me a perception check. You could give two shits. You just kind of sit and relaxing on your watch, going through your tome, doing your own thing. But every once in a while, you notice that Daylock is just like, he like looks towards a direction, and he just kind of stares at it for a few moments, and then he'll like stop, kind of shake it off, and like 5 or 10 minutes later, like he looks somewhere else, and just stops, shakes it off.
This guy, are you noticing something?
It's like, Sir Sin, I don't know, I feel like something's around us.
Yeah. We could get one over on the guy who's watching us. If we actually strip down, then him simply watching us would make him a pervert for watching two people that are naked.
Daylock is going to... Are you bluffing this, like, legit?
I'm actually being honest here. I'm actually gonna start...
Give me a diplomacy check. Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, if you wanted to do something like that, Sin, you can do it, but I think I'll keep myself clothed.
I'm already starting to.
Okay, do you get really fully naked?
Fully naked, and I'm just sitting there.
Yeah, Daylock, like, once you start, like, taking off your robe and Daylock notices it, like, face gets totally red and just starts covering his face and, like, looking down, like, oh, Sir Cletus, sorry, Cletus, Sir Sin, okay.
And I yell out into the night, there you go, now you have a show.
Okay. So, it's still kind of cold, so you probably have to use your prestidigitation to, like, keep yourself from freezing. But, yeah. The sun starts to rise. Everyone else, you wake up.
Connor wakes up.
The first thing you see is a very embarrassed-looking Daylock with his hands basically in his arms, like just staring at the ground. And next to him is Sin, just sitting out, completely butt-ass naked.
Connor like does a double take, like he actually like rubs his eyes open just to like make sure he's like not seeing shit. Like, and then he like looks at Daylock and Sin. He's like, Sin, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, I mean, everyone kept complaining about the guy watching us. I figured no matter what, he may be very powerful and sneaky, but now he's also a pervert.
Emissary just starts laughing. He's like, leave it up to the smartest one of the group to come up with such logic.
Important question. Size.
Oh,
if you guys want to look, you can look.
I mean,
Nat's waking up.
See.
Nat's waking up.
Sit. Okay, Nat, go ahead.
Nat's waking up and rubbing her eyes. Guys, what's all the commotion about?
And you see Sin there sitting. I'm guessing you're going all for this. Are you like sitting there with like your arms back, legs spread open. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, what's the pose?
Kind of like hands on the hips, like a Superman stance, like a superhero
Okay,
stance.
so you're just standing there watching everyone. Okay. So yeah, you guys see Sin in all his full morning glory, and it's it's a little cold, but I mean, we're talking maybe about like 4 inches. So for a gnome, not bad.
That's just like, oh jeez. Just like, oh jeez.
Now you guys are all perverts too for looking.
Then put some goddamn clothes on, Cousin.
David Series gets up, just laughing his ass off,
You make
starts
us-
eating a ration.
You make it sound like you gave us a choice. We woke up to this.
I've seen bigger.
So you
Alright,
my
Tyler.
robe back on.
Cletus is just shaking his head, like he saw Sin naked and just went right back in his tent.
He's just like, nope, I don't.
Nope.
Conrad's just packing up his tent, just like, I am like done. I need to.
So you
pack
guys-
it up.
You guys, well, maybe not watch as he gets dressed, but you guys notice that Sin puts his clothes back on.
I do it
And
very
eventually-
slowly too.
Yeah, very sensually. Give me a charisma check. Okay. So any of you guys who are packing up and stuff like that, every once in a while you just get a glimpse of Sin just sitting there and like slowly pulling up his little boot on his foot and like just being very sensual about it. Like he puts on his sock and he pulls it up tight and he lets his hands like caress his like calf and thigh as he's going up, like giving kissy faces and stuff. And he's just so slow and sensual, and there's at least a slight part of anyone who looks who goes, whoa, like, ooh, that was not supposed to hit me like it did.
I feel great shame right now. That's-
You guys are now questioning, like, I didn't think I had a thing for gnomes, but
Don't worry.
No mercy.
For everyone.
what was that, Gorn?
Corin has a thing for everyone.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, so you guys finish packing up. Daylock waits until Sin is fully dressed before packing up his tent. But you guys, Damon Series is like, eat if you're hungry, we should be good.
Now it says to Daylock, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, it's okay, Sir Nat.
Oh, I'm sure now.
Wait, is it? Pretty sure knights, male or female, still referred to as Sir. I could be wrong about that.
The one time he did call me Lady Nat.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
lady.
like lady,
That's
yeah.
it, lady. That's it. I was like, I knew there's something. Oh no, I'll look into that after. Yeah. It's okay, Lady Nat. Whew, and just shakes his head and just goes back to like packing everything up.
My poor baby.
You get the feeling that nudity probably isn't the most comfortable subject with Daylock.
Our precious cinnamon roll. Protect him.
Yep.
So, who's gonna have to talk with Daylock about when his body changes?
That's like, kind of does a spit take with that.
Karen actually kind of chuckles at that.
And no one jumps to the opportunity to teach Daylock about the birds and the bees. But Damasarius looks, he's like, okay, we all needed that, Sin, so I can't even be mad. That was pretty good. So let's use the motivation of our little friend to get back to Latest. And Cletus finally finishing up his tent is like, here.
Kara is just like, he doesn't have he can't even express himself clearly. He just walks towards the forest. Just nope. Just
Yes, this trip has been a team bonding experience with this group in ways that you guys could never think it would be. But you guys have the day ahead of you.
Yep.
Everything's packed up. You guys have gotten breakfast, if you ate it, and you guys got a little bit of trekking before the woods, and then you guys got to make it through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys start heading back.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. It's less than an hour before you guys get to the woods part. But Damus Ayres looks towards the group and is like, okay, so are we heading back into the woods or are we going around?
I said let's go through the woods. Like we should be in the path that we already cut through anyway.
It's like,
But won't we
Okay.
have to go past those spider webs again? Nat says.
But we already cut through a path through it. Conrad says.
and Damus Ayres looks, and you think about the path that you took, Conrad. It wasn't just cobwebs that you had to cut through. It was cobwebs just all over the place.
Okay.
So you get the feeling that it probably won't be as long as last time, but it's still going to be a pain in the ass.
Would it be intelligence check to see like this one would be the shorter route? I guess.
Intelligence or wisdom.
Okay. I'll check which one I'm better at.
While he does that, Nat says, didn't know you had it in you, Sid.
I mean,
Oh, were you admiring him, Nat? Conrad says.
No. No.
Insight.
flexes.
All right. What I get, Dale?
You get the sense that with the path that you guys cut, if you guys use the same strategy along the way and are a little bit careful, you guys may end up with no cobwebs, unless you guys could all fit on Sin's mount, which I doubt that's going to happen.
Okay. Yeah. It seems to me that just for as long as we're careful, if we go through the way we came through earlier, that should be our quickest way back to the test.
My favorite part, Nat says sarcastically. Because she remembers the last time.
Sin, are you going through this time?
Yeah, absolutely.
No dragon
Okay.
ride. Okay.
So you guys begin traipsing through the woods, and you guys follow the same path that you guys had. There's a couple times that the webbings that you guys cut down, whether it was from the wind or something else, probably like pushed it, not like fully reconnected, just kind of recovered up the area a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a couple times you guys got to hack through the stuff, and there are a few times that you guys got to stop because Sin's short ass is basically completely covered in webbing. But eventually you guys make it, all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
There's webbing pretty much all over all of you guys.
Uh,
Yeah. But you see in the distance as you break through the forest, Letest.
oh, thank God. Conrad says, like, he kind of, like, gets on his knees, like, oh, thank God. And then it's like, no. There's, like, a small kiss to the floor, like, he kisses the lips, and, like, with his fingers, touches the floor, then, like, stands up and starts walking again.
You guys head towards Letest.
Yes.
Okay. You guys spend the next few hours. Morning turns to afternoon. It's probably a couple hours afternoon by the time you guys got through the forest. Actually, no, it's probably around like 12 or 1. But you guys make your way to Letest. Turns into afternoon. By the time you get to the city gates, it's around duskish. But you guys have the gates in front of you.
Alright, Conrad will whip out his Letest Traveler's Pass as he approaches the gate.
Stop whipping
And
things
as-
out.
As you approach, the guard hails you.
Mm-hmm.
Hail, traveler.
Hail, Conrad says.
As you guys approach, he squints. He's like, "Oh, the Onyx Circle. Welcome back.
Hey,
How did your journey treat you all?" David Sayers looks over. He's like, "I got to see a naked gnome." And the guard looks really confused.
mhm. I'm covered in spider webs. How are you doing? Conrad says.
He looks towards all of you guys, and you guys are, look haggard. You guys haven't been able to shower in the last about a week.
Yeah.
You guys are tired looking. You guys are dirty. You guys are covered in webs. You guys look like you guys have been through the ring. He's like, I see that. Well, as long as you are all in good health, that is all that matters.
Yeah. Thanks. Mind letting the door open, please?
Sure, but procedure. I still need to see all your guys' passes.
Connor does his up already.
That
Yeah.
does.
He goes through and checks all your guys' passes. I assume everyone shows him your pass.
Yeah.
Okay. And the guard checks over all of them and hails to the guard up on the gate, and he says, "Open." And the gates open, and they slowly creak open. You guys see it's dusk. It's not nighttime, so there's still a bit of life to test. And as soon as the gates open, it's almost like someone slowly turned up the volume on the city life, and the sound just hits you all, and you're like, "Oh, we're back."
Mm-hmm.
And you all let out a sigh of relief, and that's where we will end tonight's session.
Woo!
Woo.
So go ahead and stop recording.